anywhere, so maybe I'll...
Ooh,
Stunning.
This one's this is okay. I found
Things
it.
are happening.
$10 a ball.
Does it say prototype?
Prototype. It says OnePlus Black Proto M5 Nike Swish with the 1. And this is used. This one ball is used for $10.
Used. These are still in the box.
Well, that's what they're asking for. It doesn't necessarily mean that's what they're getting for it.
Yeah, correct.
YouTube stream's back up if anyone had to switch off real quick.
God bless America.
Dude, if you had the prototype irons, they're $7,000.
I have a set of irons down in Florida. I think they're the muscleback irons.
What are you doing with irons in Florida?
Well, I did when I was going there quite a bit. I'd go there at least once a year.
Clear markets.
To see my sister, brother-in-law, my nieces. I brought my golf clubs down a couple times, and I just said, you know what? I have an extra set of Nike. I think they were Nike combos. Like 3 of them were cavity back, 3 of them were muscle back, and 2 of them were blades. So I call them the combos.
Doug, can you hit blades?
No.
And I left them down there. I said, I'm just going to leave these here so I can stop bringing my golf clubs down.
Yeah, those are not worth a lot of money. $300.
No, they were good clubs, though.
Mm-hmm. They look good. Yeah, they got great ratings.
I can bring you some golf balls at our match just to shut up your begging on the air. That's from Mr. Winks.
I didn't have to beg on the air. I do it every year.
I do it every year.
You beg every year.
I don't need to beg on the air. I'll just text him.
PGA Pro Dan to bring you...
I was just giving Dan a shout out.
He's got at least $800 and a 401k and Nike golf balls just lying under his bed. It's a wonder he gets up and comes to work with the rest of you schlubs. Doug, that's from Milagro Tequila, Texter of the Year, Arbor Day.
That's pretty good.
He's flexing as well, right in our faces.
Definitely
pretty good.
in our face.
Hey, if you are dealing with a spring that breaks in your garage door, then you need to work with Schaefer Door. That's CHAEFERDOOR.com, SchaeferDoor.com. And they handle new garage door installations and commercial garage door installations as well. If you run a business or warehouse with big, tall doors, Schaefer is experienced in these types of jobs. They're online at SchaeferDoor.com. If you run into an emergency over the weekend, they set aside early morning bookings on Monday to make sure they can get out there on Monday morning to take care of it for you. They gave a number specific for our audience to call or to text. Here it is, 636-782-3608, 636-782-3608. It's SchaeferDoor.com. Save it in your phone. If you are ever in need of garage door repair or garage door installation, work with Schaefer Door, sponsor of our 9 o'clock hour here on TMA. They're big enough to get any job done, but small enough to talk with a person who can have an impact directly with you. Their service techs are not commission-based either. It's SchaeferDoor.com, SchaeferDoor.com, or you can call or text 636-782-3608. Schaefer Door is a Clopay Master authorized dealer. Jackson, let's say you want to take Purdue and the Plowhawks guys, Zach Eady. Where can I go and wager on that?
Yeah, man, you can do that with the Circus Sports app. You can do that right quick. Purdue plays today. What time is Purdue playing?
Doug, what time is Purdue playing?
They play at 6:25 p.m. A little 6:25 p.m. tip-off. You can bet on that with the world's largest sportsbook in Las Vegas. Now in Illinois, the Circa Sports app is sports betting the way it should be. Big app bets, high betting limits, tight money line splits, and the best customer service around. You talk about the turn a bit. This is the first week, first round here, round of 64. So much fun to bet on. New Mexico Clemson, I think, is going to be a great game. I think you're going to get a really good game out of Colorado and Florida. The Catamounts of Vermont are going to try to take down the Dukies.
Catamounts?
I don't mind it.
They're going to try to take down the Dukies. Charleston, a lot of people have Charleston tabbed against Alabama. SEC went 0-3 yesterday, so maybe that continues. Either way, whether you like the over, the under, you like the spread, maybe you want to bet on a long shot Cinderella, use the Circa Sports app, which is now available in Illinois. Visit circasports.com for more details and get ready to start betting like a pro. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Anytime we're talking tournament here on TMA, it is presented to you by James Carlton. Your one shining moment is going to CoraltonInsurance.net today. to see how much you can save on car, home, and life insurance. James Carlton is my insurance agent, the Plowhawks insurance agent. Now he's Iggy's insurance agent as well. He's online at carltoninsurance.net. 350 plus 5-star reviews for James Carlton. What stands out to me is the fact that they're always looking for ways to save money for you, and they're proactive with it, and then they'll text you and then go, oh, okay, now they're up to 362 5-star reviews. Let me see what I got here. This was posted 2 weeks ago. Doug, is it Joseph Twitchell? Do you say Twitchell?
Probably Twitchell.
I was brand new to James Carlton when my accident occurred. James and his team were outstanding. There were many issues along the way. Rental car, auto shop, impound yard, etc. And James' team, specifically Stephanie, took care of everything. She was extremely responsive and was always willing to go above and beyond to help resolve these problems. They even sent me a thoughtful note and gift card as an apology for the issues that were not in any way their fault. This team was a delight to work with, and while I hope it won't be necessary for me to call them again, I am glad to know I have them available if things go wrong. Thank you, James and Steph. And that was posted on Google, one of 362 5-star reviews for James Carlton. 314-961-4800, or go online at carltoninsurance.net.
How good he is when I got the other car from Munganess, Jamie put me in the 2024 Corolla. So I'd already got insurance for the RAV4, and then he put me in this car, and I had to change it to the other car. He did it in like 3 minutes.
How about that?
I mean, it's amazing. He says, and we'll send out the new card with that car on there.
You know, you talk about the tournament and you talk about Mark Few not being happy, even though his team won big over McNeese State last night. You know why he wasn't happy?
They showed the Kentucky game
That's
on the
right.
big board.
You were aware of this. It's pretty good. The game was such a blowout that in Salt Lake City, they switched over on the Jumbotron to the Kentucky-Oakland game going on, and then he went over to the scorer's table and said, turn the damn thing off. They did, but then they put it back on because people started booing, and he was mad as a hornet. And so the way that it played out is it was a blowout, and there were chants going, here we go, Oakland, here we go, going on throughout the building. And Mark Few wasn't happy.
No.
Because Gonzaga, their game distracted against McNeese State by the Kentucky-Oakland game playing over them.
Why would he care? The team's winning by 20.
Yeah, but you can see both sides of that. You can see both sides of that issue. The fans want to see the Kentucky game, but the players and the people that are there are still taking their game seriously. They don't want to be distracted by that. Who are they, chopped liver? That's a hard one. It's a hard one to know what to do on that in that case.
Yeah, I don't think you can't put it on in the arena where you're playing another game. I don't think you can do that. That's stupid.
Yeah, that's a hard one. But I don't know that it's the coach's right to decide what goes up there either.
No, that's like a Cardinal game. I mean, what the Cardinal games are winning, Cardinals are winning 11-0, and they put the Dodgers and Padres game up on the big screen.
Yeah, there'd be some people unhappy by that.
Of course, I think I'd rather see that game, but
Well, now come on, stop it.
Doug, we'll find out today, most likely, if Sonny Gray starts the season on the IL. Reading between the lines in Katie Wu's column this morning on The Athletic, and I feel like she has a good rapport with John Mozeliak. I get the sense that Sonny Gray is going to start the season on the IL, which means Miles Michaelis, Lance Lynn, Kyle Gibson, and Steven Matz will take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. And then they head to San Diego, and Zach Thompson, she thinks, will most likely get the spot. Matthew Liberatore either will be in the bullpen or in AAA. But still, the Arozarena trade, I think it's too soon to start judging it.
Let things play out a little bit.
Thank you.
Dude's trash. Settle with trash.
Hey, where the
Again,
Mets-
another
wait a
take
minute,
that
Plowsy.
is so awful, but I would pinpoint. It's absolutely terrible.
where are the gloves, Doug?
I got him on.
What is it, 3 years ago? Just wait. He's young.
In 3 years now, man. He was live streaming from the Braves clubhouse in 2019.
I mean, that's just insane.
But before they even start the season, it's probably unfair to make a judgment on the overall quality of the pitching staff until we really see them play. But would you say it for the start of the season, this is about as weak a starting staff as they've had in many years?
It has a low ceiling, and it also has, unfortunately, a low floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you would think the floor should be protected. I mean, you're really relying on some guys who are at the tail end of their career, or a guy in Matz who, had a few weeks last year of being really good, but for the most part has not been good in St. Louis. And, boy, you got to help Sonny Gray's hamstring holds up throughout the course of the season. they're hoping, it sounds like, that he would start the home opener. But I'm just reading between the lines, and maybe she's not reading it right. But like I said, I think Mozeliak talks with her quite a bit, and reading between the lines, I gather that they would start Gray on the IL most likely. It's not done. We'll see. I think he's throwing a side session today, throwing against some minor league hitters.
Well, if he's ready for the home opener and he just misses one start, that's not a big deal. Almost all starters.
The issue,
miss at
though,
least
is
once.
the hamstring an issue throughout the course of the season. Missing one start's neither here nor there, because like you said, what starter hits all, 30-plus starts the course of the season. Also, she does not think Victor Scott will be with the team.
It's not looking that way. He didn't play yesterday, I don't think. They're getting down to the point where they're kind of playing the lineup that you're going to see, I think, for the most part.
Yeah, we kind of guessed that. He's too good to be on the team right off.
Absolutely.
It's what everyone wanted, so we're not going to get it.
Yeah, and I'm Doug 150,000%. The one thing that may have been able to save him was to get the young guys and have the fan base kind of excited about what the future looks like, and then you shove him in AAA. It's so perfect for how tone deaf the organization is as a whole, and unbelievable. Let's watch this season kick off right.
Oh, my God.
Would have been
This time
exciting.
next week, we'll be talking about the opener in Los Angeles. I guess that'll be Glass now, and then they'll go Yamamoto, would be my guess.
Yeah. They've
gonna
lost
get-
all hope in Yamamoto now. After
Oh,
he got the
trust
win.
me, we'll give him that gem he needs. He'll bounce back in that start, I assure you that.
That was one of the worst starts ever for a guy in his major league debut. Well,
100%.
no, the Cardinal pitcher had the record for that. Remember that a couple years ago?
Oh, and it ruined him.
He gave up like 11 runs in the one inning, 10, 11 runs.
It absolutely ruined him.
Yeah. He actually made it back the next year, I think, briefly in the bullpen. I forget the guy's name.
Well, it should never happen anyway. I mean, you see a guy getting rocked. Why you leave him in there? Well, we don't want to ruin our pitching staff. Just
Yeah.
go out there and take one for the team. 11 runs in one inning and just keep him out there.
It
That's
was
stupid.
something like that. I don't know that he started. It was maybe just his major league debut, and the game was already lost or something. You remember, what I'm talking about, don't you?
I do.
Bob?
I
Remember-
just can't
Oh,
remember
yeah.
what the name is.
Yeah.
Is it Darnell Coles?
It wasn't Darnell
And like the
Cole.
manager, like at post game, I forgot who it was. It Matheny or was it Schill? I forgot who it was, and they were just trying to have his back, and it was horrible.
6 days away from the Cardinals opening up the season. And we'll see where things go for the Blues at this time next week. We'll have a much better idea of where things are, Doug. Expected the win last night, got it. We're probably in a very fortunate spot to be in the lead because the Senators kind of did what the Ducks did to them on Sunday night. Now, played them in the first period. Joel Hofer was all over the place, had a ridiculous save, rolling over and stopping a second chance scoring opportunity for the Senators. Once again, Jakey, big mistakey. 2 goals, including an empty netter. And Jordan Kyrou did one of the things where every 5 games he appears. He had a goal and 2 assists. And that sets the stage for tomorrow, 1 p.m. start in Minnesota. This one matters, Jack. They just passed the Wild. They're a point ahead of them. VGK won last night, so they didn't pick up any ground there. The Golden Knights beat the Kraken. Kraken and Flames now falling pretty far out of contention for that wild card spot. So it's the Blues, Wild, and VGK most likely for that final spot, unless the Golden Knights were to pass the Kings, and then it would be the Blues, Wild, and the Kings for that final spot. I don't think anybody's going to catch the Predators. So you got 4 teams from the Central. It's just a matter of whether it be a 5 with the Wild or Blues getting in tomorrow, and Monday will go a long way into proving that as the Blues take on the Wild and the Golden Knights. And the Wild are coming off of a 6-0?
I don't say nil. No, I don't.
6-0 skull pounding, and so that's a little scary. The road matinee facing a team fresh off of a 6-0 game. That isn't the greatest of circumstances for the Blues.
Golden Knights game on the road or at home.
It's in St. Louis.
That's a big game, obviously.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
That's a big game against Vegas. Gonna have to win that one.
Douglas?
Yeah.
That one good. I kind of caught on to that after when you asked.
and I like Vegas. That's gonna be a toughie.
Blues are playing well, though, right now.
Yeah.
They're playing very well. They could have won that Colorado
They
game.
really
Just
could have.
Another break or 2.
Yeah, some self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah.
Kyrou with the penalty, Buchnevich was the giveaway. But either way, the second and third period, they righted the ship kind of like they did on Sunday night. And a good article by Jeremy Rutherford for those of you interested in as to whether or not it benefits the team to get in or to just kind of, they're most likely not going to make a deep run. Who knows? We've seen 8 seeds make deep runs in the Stanley Cup playoffs. But JR spoke with Cam Jansen, and David Backus, and somebody else on that 2009 team that got into the playoffs on the last day of the season, wound up being a 6 seed playing the Canucks, who were a 3, and they got swept, albeit 3 of the 4 games were 1-goal games. One of them, the final game in St. Louis, was an overtime loss. But it kind of gave them an idea of what they would be up against once you got into the playoffs. And so for some of this young core to get a chance to do that, whether it be against Vancouver again, who most likely it would be at this moment, but it could be against Winnipeg, Colorado, Dallas, to get that experience and set the stage for whenever it is that this young core would be in a spot to really compete. I just want to see it, man. I love Stanley Cup playoffs, and with Jordan Binnington playing the way he's playing, to see him get a chance to try and steal a series against a 1 seed. I don't know if it'll be the President's Trophy winner. I think the Bruins are in the lead on that right now, but just give me a little Stanley Cup playoff, Doug, and you'd be free rolling. You wouldn't be thinking, oh, they're gonna win. I hope there's no pressure. Go in there and see if you can steal a series against a top team in the West.
Right. Heck with the draft pick. I want him in the playoffs every year. I don't care about the draft pick. That's a shot in the dark anyway. And you can build teams with trades and free agents and everything. I would never think it's a better idea to not make the playoffs and get a higher draft pick.
JR replayed that draft and said, in a tinge of irony, the player the Blues could have wound up picking would have been Nick Leddy. He was picked in that draft. And the Blues, if they would have, say, had like the 10 or 11 pick, Nick Leddy would have been right in that slot. So either way, hopefully they can continue this. And at the very least, they're playing playoff kind of hockey right now in the fact that they're playing games that matter all the way down the stretch. Last year certainly was not the case. And I'm telling you something, I know this is where Biff likes to bet minus 300s, but it is amazing to see the way that it works in the NHL. And I think more so than any sport where you have, because you have so many teams competing for either slots or a playoff spot, and then you have a bunch of teams that are just butt asses and starting to play younger teams. The domination of the teams that are going into the playoffs when they're playing the teams that are just kind of finishing out the string is amazing. And so if you're looking for wagers, you're going to be risking. You're going to be betting minus 200 or minus 250 money line, but it is something else to see how it plays out, and they're really kind of sweat-free. Of course, it'll occasionally happen where you get surprised, but for the most part, it's pretty consistent at this time of year in the NHL that you're going to see the teams that are heading into the playoffs and battling for spots. And in the NHL this year, nobody is running away with any spot at this moment. That when you go up against the Ducks and the Blue Jackets and the Blackhawks and the Senators, good chance you're going to see a sweat-free money line play. Just a little wagering tip, Doug. Do with it what you want. I don't care.
Okay.
I know you don't bet. I'm just telling you. I'm trying to make people money. Doug, the name you were looking for is Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Thank you to the texters who have sent that in. A lot of people have sent that in, and they're not happy with us for not knowing.
No, I didn't remember the name. He had a very, very disappointing debut.
It was 9 runs in the first inning on Sunday Night Baseball, so that was fun.
Yeah.
Country got to watch it.
Yeah, it was painful to watch. Painful. And then he actually turned out to have a decent year or two, if I remember right.
Went to the Angels?
As a reliever, I think. Of course, after that debut, anything would look pretty good in comparison.
Yeah, the ERA is automatically going to drop. Glenn Betts Jewelers, just because. If you are looking to support the sponsors, we certainly appreciate that. But in this case, the sponsor is giving you 15% off for jewelry. Sweet mother of mercy.
That's a lot off for diamonds.
God almighty. 15% off with Glenn Betts Jewelers. Now, you go, okay, Mother's Day, wife's birthday, girlfriend's birthday, getting engaged, anniversary. It all makes sense. But what about just because? What about just because? What about just because? 15% off. Yeah. Glenn Betts Jewelers on Manchester and DeParrot online at glennbettsjewelers.com. That's GLENNBETZ, jewelers.com. Started up in 1941, and Craig and David Betts are the 3rd and 4th generation of the Glenn Betts Jewelers family. And they are right
Diamond
there.
Dave.
Diamond Dave.
And Carrot Craig.
That's correct. Yep. Diamond Dave, Carrot Craig. Glenn Betts Jewelers on Manchester. You tell them you're a TMA listener, and they give you 15% off. 15% off at Glenn Betts Jewelers. How about a just because gift at Glenn Betts Jewelers. GlennBettsJewelers.com. We will take a commercial break, close out the Munganess, St. Louis Acura, Munganess Burkhardt, 7 o'clock hour. We come back, we have the drops of the week, plus a big tribute article on somebody who is near and dear to TMA and its audience. We will read that article. That is coming your way here in this 8 o'clock hour on TMA, presented to you by Brian Group.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
TMA listeners have a lot to think through financially. Saving for retirement and college while also paying bills and enjoying life along the way. Call Mark Hanna. Mark works with you to design a strategy to do your finances right. It's a straightforward approach that starts with a 15-minute phone call to discuss your needs. Visit evergreenstl.com or give Mark a call at 314-889-0503 today. Mark Hanna offers securities through Equitable Advisors, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC, a broker-dealer. Equitable Advisors, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Evergreen Wealth Strategies is not a registered investment advisor and is not owned or operated by Equitable Advisors or Equitable Network.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with a great TMA sponsor, and that is Longo Biggs Injury Law Firm. And you may hear a bunch of out-of-state law firms advertising here and there all over on billboards and so on and so forth. But the thing is, oftentimes their goal is to just settle and move on, and that's not what you guys do.
Yeah, this is CD Longo, and you hear us talking a lot about maximizing the value of cases, but what does that actually mean? Well, as Tim said, there's lots of personal injury lawyers in St. Louis, and everyone handles cases differently. We focus on getting the highest dollar amount for your injuries, not just getting a resolution quickly. We're constantly tracking all the settlements and verdicts in the area. This helps us advise our clients on whether a settlement offer is too low. And if the amount of compensation being offered is too low, we are happy to file lawsuits and proceed to trial to ensure our clients receive an amount that is fair. Visit our website or Google us at Longo Biggs Injury Law.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Chow Chow on the Hill is your one-stop shop for all your pet supplies. As soon as you walk through their doors, you and your pet are considered family and treated with superior service and personalized attention. Jessica is the owner and is a certified pet nutritionist and is passionate about educating her clients on the product that will keep your pets happy and healthy. My favorite part about Chow Chow is its connection with All Paws Safe Haven, an organization that helps shelter animals find forever homes. To learn more about Chow Chow, visit CIAOCHOWSTL.com or stop by and tell them Plowsy sent you.
John, I'm so tired of this kitchen. We haven't updated anything since we moved in. The stove looks like it's from the 90s, and the rest is... Are you even listening to me?
Did you say something, honey? Yeah, no, kitchen's fine. We have cabinets. There's food in the cabinets. We're good.
Oh my God.
Guys, if this sounds a little familiar, trust me, your wife is probably right. It's time for a remodel. Collier & Thompson is the company to trust. Not just for kitchens and bathrooms, but for any interior remodeling job. Need a new man cave? Collier & Thompson. Office? Collier & Thompson. Bar? You got it. Collier & Thompson. They even do wine rooms and fireplace walls. Collier & Thompson is your go-to source for every design consideration. They carry the best cabinets, appliances, and countertops in the business. And better yet, it's all under one roof. No need to drive around to 5 to 10 different businesses for one job. At Collier & Thompson, they do it all. Their showroom is on Manchester Road in Baldwin, right next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Let Collier & Thompson bring your dream remodel to reality and come home to quality. Online at collierandthompson.com.
This is the one.
Honey, I think you're right. This house has everything we've ever dreamed of. A huge master bedroom, an open kitchen, and a backyard with a fire pit and built-in grill. I'm in love.
I can't believe it. Finally, our dream home. It's absolutely perfect for us.
We owe our realtor big time.
No, you don't. We're just doing our job. At the Jeff Lotman Group, helping you find your dream home is our top priority, bringing people and properties together. To get started, call us at 314-406-8911 or visit us online at jefflotman.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with Seth Goldcamp of Design Air Heating and Cooling, and I have been a long-time Design Air client. What separates you guys from everybody else?
It's becoming more common for companies to just get their foot in the door. They try to come up with different ways to upsell. They try to see how much they can make off of a customer as opposed to, hey, we're in there to do a service. We're going to do it well. We're going to do it for a fair price.
I don't know how many emails I have received from our listeners who experience the incredible customer service Design Air Heating and Cooling provides. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling, online at designairservice.com.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like a steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
The Illinois Recovery Center is dedicated to providing precise and authentic care to those seeking help and treatment. Recovery, it's not just a goal, it's a transformative journey. At Illinois Recovery Center, you'll find an unwavering commitment to provide the support, guidance, and personalized care you or your loved one needs to rediscover a life filled with purpose, strength, and lasting renewal. If you or someone you know wants more information about the Illinois Recovery Center, please call 888-472-9559 or visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com.
Want to take on some legends of TMA?
Sound the same to someone who gives a damn about the best fans in baseball! Tired of it!
The show's so great. Will there be a little speaker system out behind the dumpster so in case you're servicing me, I'll be able to hear my name?
Then nominate yourself to be this month's TMA Listener of the Month. And if you win, you'll get recognition and other stuff. Sometimes all you have to do to win the prize is be a female.
All it takes is one fake girl to just throw this show completely off course.
Give us your name, a photo, and other pertinent information at TMASTL.com. The TMA Listener of the Month Club, quenched by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to a brighter side of tequila with Milagro. Find out more at TMASTL.com. Hey, if you like the morning after, check out Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. HD1, by the way. It's sports talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after the morning after. It's the worst named show in the history of radio, but the content's pretty good, so check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app. Tim, Doug, Iggy, Plowsy, Action Jackson.
It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After. 105.7 HD2.
Doug, saddle up. It's tribbing season.
Is this the Cardinal Cowboy?
This is Joshua. He performed at a number of our events. Place to go crazy. Up for snatch grabs.
Right, but he was a little shy in front of the crowd,
didn't like
in front of the
to
camera.
perform.
Yeah. Stage fright.
Welcome back, TMA. It's presented to you by Brown and Crouppen. My name is Tim McKernan, and I have an hour two of 4 hours of broadcasting excellence today, which will culminate at 10 a.m. on Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. That's presented to you by Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Munganess, Burkhardt, Alton Toyota. My cohort on the program is named Jackson Burkett. He goes by Piddles when he's on 101 ESPN. Mm-hmm. And Doug, wait till you hear what we've got coming up on 101 ESPN today. Jackson, tell Doug because he doesn't believe it.
Friday 6-shooter.
Yep.
Does that mean you have anything at all planned?
Planned?
Yeah.
I mean, thought. Like I'm thinking through it.
Okay. Friday free-for-all. Just throw anything out there.
That'd be easier on my end, but I definitely...
the 6-shooter, though, Iggy, it's huge.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
Which is brand.
It's synonymous with the weekend. It's like people, want to go into the weekend with a 6-shooter. But I appreciate the suggestion.
A 6-shooter meaning like a gun?
That would be like the
you have
analogy
you have a little sound effect with...
Used to.
Number one.
So sick.
Used to.
So sick.
Barrett.
God, yeah, his
took a little shrapnel. Doug, the other thing about Fridays is we celebrate it with the drops of the week. Take a listen. Here they are.
Okay, I'd like to hear it. Go ahead and hit the lever, please, Plowsy.
You got it, sir.
Hit the lever.
Make sure Ox is on.
Drops of the week.
Yeah, you gotta drop it like a hot dog.
It's a wonderful drop.
Indeed it is.
Clip that off.
Clip that off.
Clip that off!
Listen, it was a nice 7-iron you hit, but I don't want to sleep with your wife.
I'm getting paid. You ain't getting laid.
I don't believe I've ever seen a pickle at Hito.
Rewarding catheter.
Do you see Sparky Pfeiffer run?
Licks is a VC.
They'd say the player has fungibility.
It's not even...
Fungibility means that you have replacement value, but the player is the direct opposite. So you argue that the player is not fungible because he has a uniqueness in his, so that the damages are irreparable because the player has a unique quality. He is irreplaceable.
God, I can't even...
So fungible is it would be the is the direct opposite of that. So you would argue that they called it the. I'm trying to remember because it was a long time ago, but they called it the law of fungibility or something to do with fungibility, and the idea that the player is the direct opposite of that. Fungible would be easily replaceable. He's the unique quality of that. He is the opposite of that. He is a player of unique quality, so that he is not fungible. He is not replaceable.
I can't even acknowledge something that's stupid.
I'm starting to become attracted to my wife's father.
You're active swingers?
Is it my turn now? My sexual partner. Let's call him Bill.
When I'm having sex with someone, I light candles.
Speak to me. Tell me what you see.
Okay.
That was Drops of the Week.
Big week.
How do you feel bad about where the show is right now when you hear something like that?
Yeah, I'm sorry I ever criticized it, because
Thank you.
really is remarkable broadcasting.
Thank you.
Well, we're all fungible.
Think about that.
That means irreplaceable? Is that what I got from that?
Yep. No, that's what's the definition. I didn't get anything from what he said.
You can text him what you got from it. 314-881-TMA5. Jeff Lotman, Compass Realty text inbox, and a bunch of ladies are on hold. Is that right, Jackson?
They were, but then
They left during the
not
break.
there now.
I got frustrated by the fungibility thing.
Yeah, I get that. 636-900-4TMA. Collier and Thompson phone lines. Collier and Thompson phone lines. And then the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today at 9:45, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. What a great feature this morning in the Post-Dispatch. Iggy, did you see it?
I don't read the Post.
Okay. City SC radio play-by-play announcer Joey Zanaboni's style certainly doesn't emanate from Broadcast 101 classes. Rambunctious is an understatement. So is boisterous. Zanny Boney? Anyone? Or is that Zany? Oh, I get it. Zany Boney. Anyone? Get that?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
His wild and clever phrasing has earned him quite the reputation from past roles as a minor league baseball broadcaster and as a hype man at sporting events to his current posts of serving as the play-by-play broadcaster for City SC and Ambush soccer clubs. His one-liners can cover the gamut of topics from current events to pop culture to the arcane. And he might have topped all his wild lines on Saturday night when he managed to compare a goalie's save to a controversial picture in which the recent image of Kate Middleton, Princess of Wales, was altered into a British royal family recent photo at a time when her whereabouts had been a mystery following health concerns. City SC was playing the Galaxy in Los Angeles when Roman Berkey batted away a point-blank shot. Oh, Roman Berkey stones. Doug, how do you pronounce it? Jovelich?
Yeah, about like that.
Panels one away. Ooh, Roman Berkey altering that shot like it's a Kate Middleton Mother's Day photo. He knew he had a hit.
Ooh. Is this a Caesar column?
It is.
Yeah, of course.
Now Dan Caesar's taking shrapnel?
Slow day in sports media.
Oh.
Like half of the Western world, my eyes have been suction cupped to the ongoing Kate Middleton drama, Zanaboni said Thursday. When the line itself came to me, I knew it was special. The rising tide of royal photo drama meets an incredible athletic feat. I thought it was the best save of the game, though I could have used it on really any of the spectacular plays he made. It's a privilege to watch him play. I'm not sure I was planning to use it at any specific moment, but I was just glad it came out when it did. The call drew national attention, including from Awful Announcing. That website covers sports broadcasting and pointed out that Zanaboni's, quote, creative commentary probably isn't for everyone because, quote, it's focused on entertainment and laughs, but when it lands, it's a work of art.
Mm-hmm. Well, so that's high praise for Zanaboni.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a work of art. I find that really hard to...
That might be stretching the point, you think?
Altering that shot like it's a Kate Middleton Mother's Day photo.
Didn't know.
That was a nice little line. I'm not sure it was necessarily a work of art.
Didn't know if I was going to use it or not. You knew it was coming out at some point.
Okay, now don't bash him.
Quote, as an American, I don't know why I'm so entertained by the antiquated and stuffy drama of the British monarchy, but I'm also just like, why fight it? I read Harry's memoir. I watched every episode of The Crown. I'm doing research. I'm watching film. Everything leads up to game day. People sometimes have divided opinions, but there was a lot of support for this particular line. They loved it. I guess it's just the zeitgeist. By next week, they'll probably forget about all the Kate and Will Photoshop stuff. Say 'em while you got 'em.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's a good way to go through it.
I don't know if I consider Awful Broadcasting national media.
Now you're bashing Awful Announcing.
Well, they just take clips of people announcing stuff.
So you're down on this whole article, the whole topic here.
No, I mean, he's a St. Louis guy. Do it, but I mean, it's Bob Costas' birthday. Did he miss that?
Do I miss his birthday?
No, did Caesar miss that? He usually is as a Costas or Joe Buck column.
You would want a column on Bob Costas' birthday.
I'm just surprised he missed it. I was on the fan.
Well, everyone has a birthday.
I wish I had the video of this, because on the fan show I was doing Angry Easter Bunny or something. I don't remember. And Joe Buck was Gould's guest, and Joe Buck was walking behind the thing to come on or something, and they had the camera on me and the microphone was on, and he said, "Hey, coming up next, we got Joe Buck." I go, "Hey, Joe Buck's going to the bathroom. That'll be in Caesar's column next week." And everybody laughed.
Work of art.
Work of art. Why wasn't I in Awful Announcing?
What would it take to get you to wear your Angry Bunny costume in here?
Do you still have that?
I think it would work.
No, they rented it for me. All my costumes were rented.
But I really think it would work if we were to make if Jackson were to sew you a bunny costume.
Jackson,
would you
sew?
Hell, would you wear it while you're in here?
I mean, if it was something for the show and we got a sponsor for it, yeah. But I'm just going to come in with an Easter Bunny costume on.
So I gotta commission an Easter Bunny costume.
Yeah. I like kittens and bunnies.
I
I don't know if the payoff is there.
I could measure you, Eggs. That'd be fun. Get your
I
measurements.
think they just went to like Johnny Brock's or something.
Yeah, they'd have a bunny costume for you.
It was an Angry Easter Bunny, Angry Leprechaun, Angry Santa Claus, or Angry Elf, Angry Cinco de Mayo guy. I was always angry something.
I think the bunny, it could be year-round Angry Bunny. Bad Bunny.
Well, it would have to be a sponsor who wants to sponsor these things if it made money for the station.
We need Energizer to sponsor us.
I've actually been pretty impressed with Zanaboni. The guy has to go 45 to 50 minutes at a time without a smoke break, and getting down to street level of smoke with the other Hoosiers and back in time for the second half. That's no small task. Doug, that's from Milagro Tequila, Texture of the Year 2023, Arbor Day.
Yeah, it's not a bad little text.
There is something to that where it's like 45 straight minutes of broadcasting. There's no timeouts or breaks or anything.
Yeah.
And what could be a lull in the action in one moment can turn into a great scoring opportunity the next. So you got to always be on your toes.
I just felt the way that the Team USA roster is built, they would have to outscore their opponents to win.
That's the work hard.
He can't be.
These are my heroes. Those kind of analysts are my heroes.
That's Smoltzy, too.
That's small. Shrimply Pimples is back. I thought he left the show.
Yeah, he did.
Quote, we spent 3 minutes giving attention to someone else. Well, time for me to talk about me. I told the joke 40 years ago and the 4 barflies laughed at it. I'm amazing. That's Shrimply Pimples.
Yeah, there usually wasn't a lot of people showing up to the fan show. Mickey Carroll and his entourage and a few other scragglers didn't even know what was going on.
This was at the Stratford Inn?
That was later on when I wasn't part of the show.
I think that got leveled here recently.
It was at the Casino Queen in Illinois.
Oh.
So it was quite the drive every week I had to be out
Yeah,
there.
and that made you angry. At least you got in character.
Yeah, I didn't get paid for it either.
You did a show every Sunday night and didn't get paid for it?
I wasn't on every Sunday, just when he wanted to put some kind of angry something in there. But I didn't get paid for it.
Did you get some drinks or anything?
Oh, yeah, I sat at the bar. He wanted me to drink and smoke during my segment. It started at the bar, and I'm sitting there drinking a scotch and smoking.
Yeah.
When he went to the angry whatever.
Would have been a nice touch. But you said no to that?
No, I did it.
You did?
Why would I say no to smoking and a scotch?
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
No, Kurt LaBelle is supposed to be finding me those videos.
Who?
Kurt LaBelle.
Kurt LaBelle used to work there.
No, he's taking heat.
No. He was
He's
nice.
not doing it
He was
fast
nice
enough.
he was nice enough to say, I'll talk to Channel 11. He doesn't work there anymore, but see if they have any of those archives.
It's a hassle to find that stuff. It is. And then to get it on some sort of hard drive or something you can watch. It's a
I
hassle.
told Gould when we were talking the other day about his children's book. And I said, I don't know what Channel 11 does on Sunday evenings anymore. They just replay all the old fan show stuff. That was hilarious. Just replay them like, MeTV has all the old shows. Just do the fan page or fan show.
Well, maybe they have shows that they think would be better than that.
Nothing is better than the fan show.
Oh,
Cut that off.
Wow.
Because you were on it.
That is a take, and if you want to sponsor the EDF Group as a sponsor of the Hot Take Mittens, it's real simple. Do you have a fire extinguisher where you work? The answer is yes, you certainly do. So please email the EDF Group at fire@theedfgroup.com so a technician can come out and explain to your team how the EDF Group can save your company money. Again, that email address is fire@theedfgroup.com. The EDF Group is Hyatt and will prevent your facility from having Hyatt fires. Experience the EDF Group difference. Learn more at the EDF Group. .com. Doug, who's the title sponsor of our show?
Brown and Crouppen, both of them. The entire company, actually. Terry Crouppen, Andy Crouppen, Ed Herman, they would be your principals. Lots of lawyers in the firm. Those are the three top dogs. They come in here on Tuesdays, and they talk it over. We've gotten to know them very well. Wonderful guys. They treat their clients and their employees like gold. They've been voted one of the best workplaces for years in St. Louis. Brown and Crouppen realizes that happy employees are the key to providing the best client experiences. And we've heard that a couple of longtime listeners have significant others or family members that work for Brown and Crouppen and just love it there, and you'll love them too. Hopefully you won't ever have a personal injury caused by someone else's negligence, but accidents do happen, and perhaps you are owed some compensation for the problems that you've had because of it. If you have a potential case, Brown and Crouppen is a local law firm here to serve you. Also grown into one of the largest personal injury firms in the Midwest. They'll give you a free evaluation. They work on a contingency basis, no upfront cost at all to you. If you don't get paid, they don't get paid. And they've won more than $1 billion in compensation for their clients. If you think you may need Brown and Crouppen services, give them a call. I'll give the number now, 314-222-2222, or you go to brownandcrouppen.com. Make sure to let them know you heard about it here on TMA. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising. Past results are no guarantee of future results, and every case is different and must be judged on its own accord.
Jackson's about to meet a man in the parking lot in a truck.
Just did.
What's that all about, Jax?
I got Plowsy's golf balls.
I saw the text.
Really? They're already here.
Mr. 6301 and one is a man of his word with a fast golf cart.
Great guy. Jackson, I would have got it during a break. I would have made him wait in the truck for 17 minutes.
And Iggy gets half of those?
No, I said I'll take half of them, but I wasn't going to do that.
Oh, well, that was big of you since they're for Plowsy.
Now, I kind of feel like it's my spot to at least give you a sleeve.
You may want to give some to Troy Merritt. He just double bogeyed the first hole. So
and here we go. Troy Merritt done.
He probably lost 3 balls in that hole.
Well, Plowsy, I'm glad that you got a new box of golf balls. Here they come now.
Nice.
Look at this.
They're in a
look at this. Look at
brown
that
paper bag. No,
this is interesting. Nice.
Right. And he brought McDonald's food as well.
Yeah, some McMuffins of some sort.
Doug, how about that?
Treat time.
Any Gus's pretzels left back there?
Yeah.
Treat time.
About to snag one of these.
I figure they
Can't
do.
have them go to waste.
You're more interested in the Egg McMuffin than the golf ball.
Well, I'm very appreciative of the golf balls. This is one of the surprises, though. I knew about the golf ball, did not know about the sandwiches.
You're going to use those in the Fan Page Club Championship?
I'm going to go to the range first to see how bad my swing has gotten in the last 5 months of.
You haven't been ball striking?
I haven't. I want to avoid having the Fan Pen Club Championship be my first round. I think the last 3 years have been my first round of the year, and I need to avoid that.
Yeah.
So wouldn't mind getting out a couple times.
Get out and some today. It's supposed to be 70.
Yeah, I actually might.
Ball striking day. I don't know. Doug, what is the Hawk going to be like today?
I think I saw about 5 to 7.
Oh,
it's not
wow.
bad. But
Scoring conditions for the players.
I may go to family golf today.
I'm going to do Riverside Par 3 tomorrow. Just to get my irons.
Yeah,
and
I do that
locked
every now and then.
My driver can wait. Just need to focus on the 7, 8 irons.
And
putting.
you're so burly anyway. Distance has never been a problem.
I always take an iron out on the tee, regardless if it's Par 5.
Yeah. The courses simply won't hold your power.
I don't know if I want to hit balls or go fishing. One of the two.
Fishing would be excellent today. I would have done it about an hour ago.
Gosh, that Egg McMuffin looks good.
I mean,
swallow
it's
it
so
whole,
soft,
boy.
dude.
Oh.
Swallow it whole, boy.
Oh, he just took a big bite out of
it. And Gus Pretzels brought a big old pretzel in. It's in the kitchen.
3011.
Oh.
There's never a lack of food in this place.
No.
The Glenn Betts boys brought the pretzels in.
Oh, did they?
Just because.
Sweet action.
Oh, I didn't know that. And
I think they're bringing it in for us, matter of fact.
Yesterday we had Bluebell ice cream here.
Did you come back for it?
No. I asked Ryan, one of our great promotions people, she posted a picture of the gooey butter cake. I said, "Ooh, can you save me some?" She goes, "It didn't last long. All gone already."
Now you're upset by that.
No, I'll go to Schnucks and buy some.
Okay.
Harrison's brother Master just sent a screenshot of Biggie's gin I guess he wants to drive home the point that you still don't have a gin.
Well, I know I don't have a gin. I'm going to have a gin. It was 17.6 before it got taken down. We know that. I've said that 1,000 times. You're not even playing the tournament, so why worry about it?
I'm not kidding. He sent that picture in.
He sent it in so many times.
6, 7, 8,
Can you see my
9,
gin? Can you see my gin number
10,
on there? By the way,
11.
Doug, can you see his gin number?
No, I've never really gone looking for it.
Well, it
Believe
should
it or
be. If he
not.
posted a picture of it without a gin, it should be on the top.
No,
left
it's
corner.
he just screenshotted the search of your name. So like it doesn't have your. It's not your profile. It's just that no results. Golfer not found was the.
Because Carmen from Grassi's DM'd me and said, "Send me your gin number, and I'll
love
take
that.
care of it." But I don't know my gin number, so.
Gosh. We spent a lot
we
of
have
time
a
worrying about
restaurant
that.
wanting to buy
A lot of time.
Iggy's gin.
Well, if Rhodey's listening over there at the Metropolitan Golf Association, just send me over my gin number, and I'll figure it out.
Well, wouldn't you? Well, you wouldn't have to figure out much if he sends it to you, would you? If he sends you the number, that's the number.
Carmen said, "Give me your gin number, and I will take care of
Carmen
it
and
for you."
Rhodey, who are these people?
Rhodey, I think, is the president of the Metropolitan Golf Association, I think.
This is Mad Libs. At
And
this
so
point.
it's on him to provide
Rhodey
your
and Carmine.
handicap.
Well, he would have it. He works over there.
Who's going to take that text name?
Who? Rhodey?
Rhodey and Carmine.
Carmen.
Isn't it Cameron?
I make it a meatball.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is Cameron.
Carmen.
I think it's Cameron. I don't know why I say Carmen. It's Cameron.
Mm.
Maybe
We
I'll get a
messed it
meatball
up
sandwich.
3 times.
Yeah, I don't have a gin. I'm not going to have a gin. So just stop taking that.
Me either.
I was at a dinner party last night, and during the main course of spaghetti, the host husband bragged about how he gets anal every night, so he doesn't need anything for his birthday. Is that a usual topic at dinner parties, Jackson? That's from caller Buzz.
Wow. Why is that addressed to me?
Well, you have the
Specifically
48-hour
you. No
rule.
one else can answer this.
Is he asking about dinner parties?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
You don't do a lot of dinner parties at your age, do you?
Growing up, we had a ton. My parents always had dinner parties.
Did they really?
Oh,
A hell of a dinner party. You're serving spaghetti.
I like spaghetti.
Yeah, not at a dinner party.
I'd be on board.
Would you?
He has someone willing to pay for his gin, and he can't even be bothered to look away from the Valspar to look up his own number. He might be out of this thing. That's from fan page Club Championship Commissioner KG and O2.
I can't find them. Where am I supposed to find the number?
Let's not get so
I don't have a
angry.
gin anymore, so I can't go to Metropolitan Golf Association.
It's on Rhodey to provide that.
I need
Carmine.
Carmen.
Carmen.
Why are they holding it back? You know they have the information.
Yeah, I know they do. But I can't just
Give it up.
Google. I can't just Google it and say, what is my gin number, and it's going to send it to me.
Do you still have the Gin app?
Well, it's Metropolitan Golf Association.
But do you have the Gin app, like the USGA Gin app?
I don't know if I do or not.
Because that will have your Gin number on there.
Oh, well, I'll look real
1,000%.
quick. No, I'm in the Valspar now. I got to switch.
You know?
Doug, you want an update on the...
Gosh, no, absolutely not.
Sam Burns
I need
party?
a drink so bad.
So is it clear that the maximum handicap for the Shishawali golf tournament is a 20?
That's what I'm calling it.
All it says is USA Gin. It says, to continue using the Gin mobile app, please download the latest version. So I got to download it again.
Oh, no. That'll be an issue.
No, it just says update. I don't think it's going to show me my thing, though.
Well, let's spend the next 15 minutes looking for
I'm
it.
not. I'm just downloading. You can do what you want. And then I'll give it out on the air. You can all go check it.
Well, no one's going to care, really. No one really cares. They just like giving you a hard time about it.
Oh, I know. But I'm not going to get a gin, so I don't care.
I've understood that. You know.
It's on Rhodey and Carmine.
Rhodey and Carmine. I'll take
They
it.
have it. You know they have it.
That
They're
kind
not
of a-
giving it up.
That's a great name. Oh my God, thank you.
What's going on
Dude,
now?
what's funny was I was just about to ask Jackson to take my wallet and my debit card and go buy a drink for him. But he already did the golf ball thing. I'm like, I can wait 10 minutes, but it could be 20 minutes. You never know when
Right.
we're breaking. Jackson's a G. I appreciate the hookup.
I can't have my board op have cotton mouth.
Man, it's such a good McMuffin, but I don't really have this much bread in the morning.
I like when Plowsy loads it up too. So
Load it up.
Oh, there it is. There's my number.
We got
Let's
it.
get back
Rhodey
to
sent
you.
it in.
What is it? 17.6?
Should I give it out on the air?
How'd you get it?
Everyone is so anxious.
Well, Jackson's right. I brought up the gin number, and there it says it's inactive, but there's my number.
yeah,
It says NH.
that's how you reactivate is with that number.
Yeah, I'm inactive because I haven't re-upped.
But we're going to have to put you that number anyway, so you might as well tell it on air because it's eventually going to be public knowledge, right?
It's not like your social security number. You can
No, here's my last
Tell your
scores.
golf
Just give us the number.
Here's a golf score.
No, the last score that they have down is 10-10-22. I shot 100.
Course was playing tough.
Wind.
No, I didn't really play that much last year. I went out and played like 9 holes practicing with Cletus throughout the year, just hitting balls here and there. And then I played the hit and giggle, which doesn't count. I didn't play a lot of rounds last year.
Well, when the only course that'll let you play free gets shut down,
Yeah,
that's kind of
there's
limits
nothing I
the
can
golf.
do. That's a big part of it.
On that, I do have to thank Normandy in general because, like, I started golfing at a time where Jay was running Normandy and I had access to play free golf. Without that, I may have not even gotten into it or ever played it.
Right, because it is expensive. And
It's
if you're
expensive,
not pretty
it's-
good, it's not much fun.
Yeah, you feel like you wasted money, but getting out there for free, being able to have, Cletus teach you a few things, Wellington teach you a few things, you can go from a 120 to 130 to 100 pretty quickly just by alignment. And so I appreciate Jay, Normandy, all the boys there, Mikey D, because
Thing
that
is,
helped my golf addiction.
It doesn't have my last...
Back to you, Iggy.
It just doesn't, it doesn't have my final handicap, though. I remember it being 17.6.
Can we get through this subject? Let's wrap it up. What is the handicap?
I don't know. It was 17.6 the last... I could have said 20, because it was 20 most of last year, and it went down to 17.6.
Doug Shrimply Pibbles is leaving the show again. Holy hell. God bless it. I thought I could come back and absence would make the heart grow fonder, and yet here we are talking about a lost Grant and Sam Burns again. I just don't think I can do it. I have to think about my mental health. My family deserves better. Best to you guys. Shrimply Pibbles is gone again.
Well, I didn't even
Why don't you rip up that bag right in front of the microphone, too?
What are we doing now?
Doug, we're bringing in Craig and David Betts just because. The Glenn Betts Jewelers boys. What is that, Diamond Dave and Carrot Craig?
That's who they are, yeah.
15% off at Glenn Betts Jewelers when you let them know you're a TMA listener. And here comes Jackson. And they're going to get to enjoy.
Oh, here they are
more
with food.
treats are coming in. Doug, how many treats can we
size of
have?
that
Look at
pretzel.
that. It's a TMA pretzel. Look, it's a TMA pretzel.
It's like 2 feet in diameter.
Doug, can you put that thing down? Is that right?
Put it over there in Iggy's spot.
Yeah, Iggy's spot. That's exactly right, Craig. That's where it goes. Look at this. Another just because from the Betts boys. Diamond Dave and Carrot Craig. 15% off when you let them know you're a TMA listener. Unbelievable. That is a nice...
We looked at that, and again, we thought just because it's made of salt and crust, and we thought that...
That's right.
We know you're always a little crusty.
That's
and,
right, exactly right.
Doug, coming from Kirkwood like me, a little salty.
Salty crust.
He's not here to defend himself, but
Yeah, where did he go?
coming from Brentwood, he's full of crust. But anyway, that's what we wanted to do.
That's wonderful.
That is a nice design.
I
That
love
is
you.
nice.
That's
That's a
so
TMA
good.
pretzel,
You
Doug.
could get a hernia just picking the thing up. What's the pretzel weigh? 10 pounds?
Well, that's
What do
why
you
I had
think?
him bring
Yeah.
it in.
My God. Look at that thing.
Oh, it's
Straight
good.
from the pear?
Yeah, straight from our neighbors.
Right,
Pretzel
yeah,
right
the
down
neighbors
street
right
from the
there. Yeah,
store.
that is right there. That is right there.
That
There's
is.
a vape shop next to them. I hear
What?
Brianna's Beans might be going in next to the...
Brianna's Beans. Oh, Iggy's.
Dude,
That's where she's opening up the coffee.
that's a great man.
Brianna's Beans. Doug, it'll be
that's
perfect.
right.
That's great.
That'll go over real well in
that's
De Pere.
an idea. I guess we'll come
Absolutely.
in
I
with
want to be at the
something
City Hall meeting when they approve that.
They'll love porn shops right next to the vape factory.
I love that name. It's
Great for property value.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you guys?
fine.
We're doing well. Doing well. Had a customer came in yesterday. No, wait, 2 days ago.
Yeah?
He's recovering from Achilles
Oh, no.
tendon thing. And,
Yeah.
he came in and he said, what are you here for? We always usually ask our customers what occasion are you celebrating or whatever. And he said, just because.
Oh, did he
Just
really?
because my wife has been taking care of me through this injury and that.
What about that guy? Smart guy.
And he mentioned TMA.
Oh, did he?
15% off.
Oh.
Just like that, Doug.
Nice.
Boom.
That's amazing.
15% off is so ridiculous. But it's great. And our listeners can get it just by going to Glenn Betts Jewelers on Manchester into Para, about a mile east of the I-270 in Manchester exit, and online at glennbettsjewelers.com. And just tell them you're a TMA listener, 15%.
And that's an extra 15%.
That's right.
That's on top of what we already give off
That's
what
exactly
is
right.
traditional.
It's like you're giving stuff away.
Well, why not?
See? How about that?
Yes.
Why not?
How the guy's
Glad to
hurt?
do it.
How did he hurt his Achilles? Was he running away from Brianna's
Basketball.
bean?
Brianna's beans. Brianna's beans. I wouldn't mind a T-shirt that says Brianna's beans.
Yeah.
Get that going.
That was happening.
Man, that's great.
Oh, that's outstanding. It's Glenn Betts Jewelers and the Just Because gift. In addition to Mother's Day, of course, birthdays, anniversaries, the Just Because gift, that has the most equity, and you get 15% off when you let them know you are a TMA listener at Glenn Betts Jewelers. Outstanding.
That's right. We've since 1941, our tagline's always been we help people celebrate life's most joyous occasions, and you have those traditional ones and everything else, but the unexpecteds just, those are home runs.
Yeah.
And we have them at every price point. So
Amen.
Does it get busier for you guys around the spring with Mother's Day coming up and wedding season and all that?
It's funny, Doug. It seems like the time between Valentine's Day and Tax Day is a little kind of iffy, but after Tax Day, as you're going into Mother's Day and graduations, everything, it picks up a bit.
That makes
Little
sense.
accessories here and there,
Smart play.
Yeah.
Glenn Betts Jewelers online at glennbettsjewelers.com. And again, go see Craig and David and let them know you're a TMA listener. You get 15% off.
You got it.
Glenn Betts Jewelers. And just think about Just Because, the gift Just Because at Glenn Betts Jewelers in De Pere. Diamond Dave, Carrot Craig, great to see you. And thank you for the pretzel.
Enjoy.
Look at that thing.
And we'll see you next week.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Thanks, guys.
All right. Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
So we got Diamond Dave,
Dude, that
Carrot
pretzel-
Craig, and Brianna's Beans.
That pretzel will last about 10 minutes around
It's
here.
literally a piece of art back
Yeah.
here, man.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with it.
It
I
literally
did take
looks-
a picture of it.
Yeah, I did too. It looks so good.
Is it like in the shape of a peace sign, or is that?
No, that's our exact logo
Oh, it
right
says
there. What you're
TMA.
looking
I
at
couldn't see that.
is
Oh,
Yeah.
TMA
I
with
couldn't
the-
see that part.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Nice.
Go to the fan page. I posted a picture of it.
Shrimply Pibbles is back. He left the show at 8:55, came back at 8:59.
Okay.
I need help, Betses. Mrs. Pibbles deserves something just because. What would you recommend? Bracelets versus necklaces? What's trendy right now? It's from Shrimply Pibbles. Doug, I know you like trends.
I think they always like bracelets, don't they?
Toe rings?
Toe rings. That proves what now? There was a message that went out if you had a toe ring. What was that message?
Jackson, what does a toe ring tell you?
Toe ring means something.
4 is on.
Mike 4.
I believe it means you're into black gentlemen.
Clip
Is that
off.
what it
Yeah,
means?
African American gentleman.
Yeah, run that on Balloon Party and see how it plays. But
Yeah.
that was, I think there was, when you go to Plowhawk Claire's, you didn't have a Glenn Betts in Canton. It was Claire's.
I'm telling you, Claire's is it. When
place
you
at the
got your
mall.
ear
Is
pierced
it?
from 10 to 15 years old, Claire's was popping.
What were
dude.
you doing there?
I was just walking around.
Checking out the scene.
Yeah, Annie Ann's actually with Catty Corner there are Claire's in Peoria, so had a lot of time.
Yeah, boy.
Pig of the
Double
Coal Mines is mad. Just listening to the first hour, why do we shame people for being in shape and eating well? What a bunch of cynical fats. This porcine? What does that mean? Porcine
Porcine.
bunches?
That has to do with pigs. Porcine.
No, is that right?
Yeah.
And he's the pig of the coal mines. Who is
Okay.
shaming people for being in shape?
Equine is horses, and bovine is
interesting.
cows, and porcine is pork.
We were talking about 75 hard.
Well, I
That
mean,
might
there's
be a
being in
cult.
shape,
Yeah,
and
I
then there's
know.
like going on Instagram, and there's a difference. But to each their own.
Yeah.
You know what? I say this: some people like things, and some people don't like other things.
I don't mean to out our friend Ken, but he pulled off a great move when the Betts boys came in.
He left and went to smoke?
Well, I went to my booth, and he comes out, and he opens my door, and he says, "Did you call my name?" And I said, "No." But while he's saying, "Did you call my name?" he's putting on his overcoat. So he saw
Is he
an
pathological?
opportunity. He
Right.
saw an opportunity, and he hit the hole.
We won't see him back for 15 minutes at least.
Hey, Pibbles, why don't you get a diamond-studded noose? That's from Mr. Siders,
Jesus.
Jackson's first round.
That guy might be fun.
You looking forward to that match?
Yeah. I think he portrays himself one way, and I think
I've
he might.
met him.
Yeah,
He's like,
I met him
I think
too.
I met his wife. He's like a totally normal guy.
Yeah, he was at the year-end awards. Super nice, super kind. So I think he might portray himself one way, and that's cool.
I think Todd
We all
Reed's the guy that
we all have moods.
what he
We all
says
have
is what you
moods.
get. I kind of feel like he could be a little banty, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
And Doug, who are you playing?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
KJ No Town. The brackets have to be
Ooh.
coming out soon. We having a bracket release party?
Oh, gosh, I would hope not. Have we in the past?
We did a live
When did we-
drawing one time, but I think KG has some plan for the for the bracket review. Yeah, I don't want to say too much because this is his baby right now.
Yeah.
But I think he has some special plan for that. He's a hard worker, man.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot. He sent me a TikTok just for my eyes only, and it's really quite funny. Not going to reveal any
for your
information
eyes
about
only?
it.
Was it
And
naughty?
Did you see it as well? Yeah, it's phenomenal. No, it's not naughty at all.
Not safe for work?
No, it's safe
a work
for
in
work.
progress
It's
is
just
what
a
I
work in
describe.
progress. It's that rough draft, Doug.
Okay.
Hasn't got a cover and a title on it just yet. But
I love that Jackson came into cover for the orange jackass who, after treating the airwaves for the last 2 hours like a Sharpie in a cardboard box, simply can't be bothered to come back from his smoke break in time. What a shameless old power Hoosier. That's from Arbor Day, who won the Milagro Tequila Texture of the Year last year.
Not the case. I just wanted to put this beautifully designed pretzel,
Yeah.
courtesy of Glenn Betts Jewelers, on our Instagram account.
Nice.
It's a shame we can't frame it.
Well, it'll be forever framed in the
With a
digital
picture.
annals.
Oh, don't say annals.
Please require all members to be on live streams during the reveal, like the NCAA tournament bracket reveal. That's from Shafty McShamus.
oh, you got the players in their shanties, barely standing up to celebrate because they can't get out of their couch.
Yeah.
In their shanties. Huh. And what's the day the first day is it April 28th?
April 28th. I mean, my heart rate always starts to pick up as we get closer.
Does it really?
Gradually.
Because you run out of excuses as to why you can't
play.
make it.
You have to be there.
The YouTube chat wants us to lock Iggy out.
Oh, we ain't doing
That's a Tommy Mattern edict. So
That's for late to breaks. Just leaving in the middle of the show. I'm not sure what the protocol
Didn't you
is.
see me? I was hesitant to go get a drink for 2 seconds.
Well, one could say that you may have a little more responsibility during the show.
I get that, but it would have been taking me not less than 45 seconds.
He has
I
an
was
excuse
still
on this one. And his excuse is, I thought the bets would be here for 20 minutes.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you saw an opportunity. I respect it.
Yeah.
you guys should auction off the chance to play with Doug. I'd pay top dollar to play with that smoke show, and would pay double if I could take home his used European cut panties after the round.
Didn't
That's
that
from
not-
the Pig Butch.
I don't wear European cut.
That didn't work last time, did it?
The time we were auctioned off.
No,
Yeah.
did not.
Right?
No. I felt the brunt of that.
Wasn't Jackson guy didn't really know who Jackson was, but
They had
paid
no
for
idea
him?
who it
Right,
was.
right. That's humiliating.
The peanut shell's lack of respect for sponsors, bosses, and showmates never ceases to amaze me. That's from Tervis Parish. If he gets fired, give me a heads up so I can move some things around for Monday. That's from KG in Hotel.
But that might have been from Rhodey.
If Iggy gets fired, whose fault will it be?
Is that the question?
That's the
Is that your question or
I'm just
question on the text?
I just want to hear somebody answer
Yeah,
it.
return to sender.
It goes right back to me.
It won't be the person doing the firing, I can tell you that.
Thank you very much. Doug, what jewelry piece would you recommend giving your baby girl step-uncle? That's from Gary Pinkel's cell phone etiquette.
Baby girl. Well, I think we established earlier you can't go wrong with the toe ring.
Clip that up.
But you
might
can't
send
see
the
that
wrong
all
message.
year.
I don't know, but maybe you're into it. We don't kink shame.
Yeah, we don't king shame. That's the key on this program. Iggy, you're back.
No, please.
I was talking to the best boys outside.
Oh, but we had a show going on in here.
Thought they'd be in for more than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you were talking to them outside, then you knew they weren't in.
Did you just break off a piece of our beautiful pretzel?
Oh, I got the V.
It's an A because it's TMA.
Oh,
Doug,
God.
that was caught on the YouTube channel.
Oh.
That could be the end of the show.
What was
that could
it?
be it.
We were
Oh,
going to
he
save that for
deep-throated it?
pictures and
Oh, I
things.
was licking the salt off.
We were going to save the pretzel to take
can't look at
pictures.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll put it back.
You've eaten it now, and you've made obscene gestures with it.
Is it good?
I licked the salt off.
It looks good.
The Betts boys were on the show! Some 2023 fan page club champion, Dogtown Tie.
Well, he's got a mouthful of pretzel now. He can't even
No
defend himself.
response.
Absolute entire mouthful of a giant piece of pretzel.
Nobody's ever eaten with their mouth full and talked on the show.
Oh, Pepper took a shot from Jeannie.
What did I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Were you tweeting out a Duquesne take?
Not yet. I'll wait. It's 7:40 p.m. tip Saturday.
Is that what it is? 7:40
I
p.m.?
hate waiting that long. Then just anticipating all day. But those morning tips, those early afternoons, sometimes are a struggle for teams. So I like a full night's rest.
7:40 is pretty optimal for a Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. But I'm talking waking up at like 8 a.m. on Saturday, just waiting.
A lot of angst.
A lot of anticipation.
It's way more fun when your team moves on, then you can watch the rest of the games for the day and Sunday too.
Agreed.
It's a very relieving feeling.
Can't complain either way.
I don't
They're in
know
the
about
tournament. So, no. Definitely. Duquesne, or is it the Dukes?
Dukes.
There's the Dukes.
Kind
LeBron's
of a
high school
badass
coach.
name.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Take the Skurs today, boys. That's from Chuck Vindaloo in the YouTube chat. Who are the Skurs?
Skurs? I'm looking to see who all's playing.
I would think of Nebraska Cornhuskers, but I don't believe they made the tournament. Danny Nee?
No, Nebraska's in. They play
Yeah.
Texas A&M at 5:50.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Dude, and Hoiberg got an extension.
All right,
His
you want
record.
it? I'll take it, Chuck Vindaloo.
His record is terrible at Nebraska for
Danny
the
Nee.
overall. But man, he got paid after that.
What about Buzz Williams in his three-piece suit?
I love Buzz.
Ugh.
You don't like him?
I liked him at Marquette.
He was the
What's
coach
wrong
of
with a
Marquette
three-piece
in
suit?
2009.
Yep.
When Missouri beat Jimmy Butler in Marquette in the second round.
Okay.
Al McGuire's still alive?
No. The three-piece suit used to be the epitome of dressing up really nice.
No, I get it.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
It looks good. You're not going to get me saying it doesn't look good. It just might be a little bit much for coaching college hoops, is all I'm saying.
Didn't a Villanova coach wear three-piece for a while?
Jay White?
Jay White.
No, I think he was just a classic suit guy. Buzz Williams is famous for the three-piece.
NFL coaches used to dress to the nines.
Vince Lombardi?
Yeah, Hank Stram, a lot of them would wear suits.
Tom
on the
Landry?
sideline. Yeah.
Elvis Cole, they got that sweatshirt on.
Yeah, Belichick's wearing a
Lombardi always
hoodie,
had the
gray hoodie that's ripped
long
on the
trench coat
By the
on.
way, I got to the episode of the Patriots Dynasty thing where they focused on Super Bowl 36. Mike Martz. Nobody's watched this, right?
I haven't, no.
Oh, God. Boy.
Was it tough?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
It was. I mean, you're talking about how you're dressing. I felt raw. It was bad, and then he didn't come off great, and it was. I wonder why they went to him with like Warner being as prominent as he is. But I guess it's because he wanted to talk about the Patriots and the holding and all that crap. But yeah, that was tough, Doug.
Because of what he was wearing?
He just didn't look good, and then he didn't sound great, and it wasn't a great representation of the other side of the conversation regarding a very famous moment in NFL history.
Is there a chance that maybe Warner, they asked him to be on and he didn't want to?
Sure, of course. But I guess they wanted to get the coach's perspective, I suppose. But I think Warner would be more...
Oh, without a doubt, yeah.
Well-spoken and, would have represented a little bit better.
And that's on Apple?
I mean, that was the end of Mike Martz. I mean, I know he coached for another 4 years. Yeah, it's on Apple.
I don't have Apple.
That scene of him as he's reaching the rope to go under to shake Belichick's hand, and he just throws it up in there. I'm like, God, that was the end. That was the end.
That was it.
Let's see. It's 9:12. We got a break. We'll come back with the Schaefer Door Company 9 o'clock hour. Send your emails in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. See if you can beat Blueberry Pop Pop. I don't know if anybody can. This guy's playing so well right now. He's kind of Scotty Scheffler,
Figured out the putting. Got a mallet putter, I understand,
Yeah.
and now he's putting well and winning everything.
If I gave you the field and I got Scotty Scheffler, would you take that?
Yeah, probably.
For the Masters, that
Probably
is.
so.
I would.
You would?
Oh, you have to.
You got
When you got that many
Kind
more.
of. That was like a Tiger Woods thing back in the early 2000s.
But at that time, taking Tiger with the smarter bet.
Didn't he miss
That's
the
what I'm
cut?
saying. I think I would. I think if I had to, I think I would probably take Scotty.
Did he miss the cut last year at the Masters, I think?
Did he really?
I think
And,
so.
things got weird though with that weather. Justin Thomas was like 4 away from the cut, and then all hell broke loose with the weather. Anyway, we've got a break. Schaefer Door Company 9 o'clock hour coming up. This is TMA presented to you by Brown and Crouppen.
I get asked all the time by people, if I'm in an accident, what should I do? And while yes, you should call the police, exchange insurance information, and take pictures of the scene, all those things are important. But the most important thing you need to do is hire a personal injury lawyer. This is Doug Biggs from Longo Biggs Injury Law. And if you've been hurt by someone else's negligence, don't take on the insurance company yourself. Insurance companies have teams of people and a playbook designed to keep you running in circles so they can pay you as little money as possible for your accident claim. If you don't have a lawyer, they know you can't bring your claim to court, and they will never give you full value. We recently took an offer from an insurance company without a lawyer on the case from $12,000 to $200,000. You can't get that kind of result without an attorney on your case. Even if you don't hire us, you need to hire a personal injury attorney. Check us out online at longobigs.com.
TMA listeners have a lot to think through financially. Saving for retirement and college while also paying bills and enjoying life along the way. Call Mark Hanna. Mark works with you to design a strategy to do your finances right. It's a straightforward approach that starts with a 15-minute phone call to discuss your needs. Visit evergreenstl.com or give Mark a call at 314-889-0503 today. Mark Hanna offers securities through Equitable Advisors, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC, a broker-dealer. Equitable Advisors, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Evergreen Wealth Strategies is not a registered investment advisor and is not owned or operated by Equitable Advisors or Equitable Network.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here right now with James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. I made the switch to start working with you, James. It couldn't have been easier to make that switch to start saving money.
Well, I appreciate that, Tim, and we appreciate your business. Yeah, this is the time to save money. My goodness, we're all feeling it at the grocery store, at the gas pump, etc. So if you've noticed that your insurance rate has gone up, I want to stress how easy it is to get a proposal from us by going online at carltoninsurance.net.
Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency online at carltoninsurance.net.
John, I'm so tired of this kitchen. We haven't updated anything since we moved in. The stove looks like it's from the 90s, and the rest is... Are you even listening to me?
Did you say something, honey? Yeah, no, kitchen's fine. We have cabinets. There's food in the cabinets. We're good.
Oh my God.
Guys, if this sounds a little familiar, trust me, your wife is probably right. It's time for a remodel. Collier & Thompson is the company to trust. Not just for kitchens and bathrooms, but for any interior remodeling job. Need a new man cave? Collier & Thompson. Office? Collier & Thompson. Bar? You got it. Collier & Thompson. They even do wine rooms and fireplace walls. Collier & Thompson is your go-to source for every design consideration. They carry the best cabinets, appliances, and countertops in the business. And better yet, it's all under one roof. No need to drive around to 5 to 10 different businesses for one job. At Collier & Thompson, they do it all. Their showroom is on Manchester Road in Baldwin, right next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Let Collier & Thompson bring your dream remodel to reality and come home to quality. Online at collierandthompson.com.
Bet like the pros with the world's largest sports book right at your fingertips. Circus Sports is now available in Illinois. Hi, I'm Derek Stevens. I've been a lifelong sports bettor, and I'm the owner of Circus Sports. We're excited that the Circus Sports app is now ready for action. Experience big app bets with high betting limits, tight money line splits, and more. Now you can download, fund, and bet like a pro from anywhere in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
The choice of a lawyer is important and shouldn't be based on an ad.
If you're seriously hurt in an accident, you'll want all the money you deserve. That's called justice. But there wouldn't be lawyers if justice was easy. No, justice is not easy. It's fought for and it's won. At Brown & Crouppen, we fight for justice every day. If you want some, call 222-2222. Because at Brown & Crouppen, justice is our business.
The Illinois Recovery Center is dedicated to providing precise and authentic care to those seeking help and treatment. Recovery, it's not just a goal, it's a transformative journey. At Illinois Recovery Center, you'll find an unwavering commitment to provide the support, guidance, and personalized care you or your loved one needs to rediscover a life filled with purpose, strength, and lasting renewal. If you or someone you know wants more information about the Illinois Recovery Center, please call 888-472-9559 or visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com.
Chow Chow on the Hill is your one-stop shop for all your pet supplies. As soon as you walk through their doors, you and your pet are considered family and treated with superior service and personalized attention. Jessica is the owner and is a certified pet nutritionist and is passionate about educating her clients on the product that will keep your pets happy and healthy. My favorite part about Chow Chow is its connection with All Paws Safe Haven, an organization that helps shelter animals find forever homes. To learn more about Chow Chow, visit CIAOCHOWSTL.com or stop by and tell them Plowsy sent you.
Want to take on some legends of TMA?
Sound the same to someone who gives a damn about the best fans in baseball! Tired of it!
The show's so great. Will there be a little speaker system out behind the dumpster, so in case you're servicing me, I'll be able to hear my name?
Then nominate yourself to be this month's TMA Listener of the Month. And if you win, you'll get recognition and other stuff. Sometimes all you have to do to win the prize is be a female.
All it takes is one fake girl to just throw this show completely off course.
Give us your name, a photo, and other pertinent information at TMASTL.com. The TMA Listener of the Month Club, quenched by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to a brighter side of tequila with Milagro. Milagro. Find out more at TMASTL.com. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After.
KPN-TFM HD2.
Collinsville, St. Louis.
Crouppen. My name is Timothy Michael McKernan. That's Doug Vaughn.
Great talk.
Plowhawk. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. Dan McLaughlin's in here talking it over.
I didn't know if he wanted to be on camera, so I left the camera off until he went off because I love Danny Mac and want to make sure that he knew he was on camera.
Iggy is back.
You've been in it a lot this show, Iggy. Once. Not once.
Do we call it bopping?
4 times.
Danny Mac was standing there. I said, I'm going to get some water real quick.
Okay.
The pretzel made me thirsty.
Kramer.
Oh, man. Got it. Got
Good
it.
pretzel. Real good pretzel.
Pretzel
yeah,
Boys,
yeah.
courtesy of Glenn Betts Jewelers. 9 o'clock hour is presented to you by Schaefer Door Company here on TMA. TMA, our presenting sponsor, is Brown and Crouppen. We have the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today at 9:45. Then Jackson and I go down the hallway, and we will be fine. It's a balloon party. Jackson, let Doug know what we got coming up.
What do you have? A little 6-shooter action.
Yep.
Talking about the Blues winning against the Senators.
Yeah, what are you going to lead with?
That's a good question, Tim. I think the lead, given the station and the situation they're in, the Blues are the lead.
I would say hoops. Piss him off, go with hoops.
I'd piss him off enough. You know, some days I choose.
Doug's phone went off.
Mercy.
Sure did.
Were you reading
and yet the audio was down.
And nobody will complain about that.
I hear it. Blues, Cardinals, turn to be plenty of stuff to talk about.
The big question apparently is, are the Cardinals ready?
That's right.
Oh, we'll
So we
stay
heard
the union
during the break. Yeah.
We're a week away, baby. We're a week away.
Right down Sam Burns' road.
Yeah, that's topic 4.
No one will care about
2 double
that.
bogeys.
No one will care about Sam Burns. Nobody. The Burns family probably doesn't care. They're already well taken care of.
Brendan Todd up there, the leaderboard warrior last week, dumbass. Missed the cut last week, cost me against you. Now he's almost leading the tournament.
Doug, your thoughts on Brendan
Yeah.
Todd?
It sure feels like the whole world's against you.
What a difference. I guarantee they're looking to see who's on my team. Oh, Iggy's got me. Let's go out and
You can guarantee that.
let's go out and miss a cut for him.
Mm-hmm.
Also, sorry to change topics real quick, but on balloon party topics, did any of you by chance see the stolen base attempt? I think Lindor caught it, where they called obstruction.
Yeah, they're
you can
gonna
no
ruin-
longer block the base. It's gonna be a real problem.
They ruined baseball slowly.
That's gonna be a real problem.
Zach Eady ruined basketball.
This is the Zach Eady of baseball and the plate blocking. It's so annoying.
Has that been a rule for like 4 years?
No,
now?
not for second base.
This is brand new.
Yeah, the second base one, Iggy.
What do you mean you can't block
You
second
cannot
base?
block any part of the base. So I think it was Lindor. If I'm wrong, someone can text and correct me. But he had his glove out in front. He had him by a mile, and he had his glove out in front of the bag before he got to the bag, and they called it obstruction. He was safe.
That's obstruction? Just waiting for the guy to slide into
You
the
cannot
tag?
block any part of the base with your body.
What if you got the ball there ready to tag him?
It's crazy.
Yeah,
No.
literally, like it had to be a
That's
perfect throw
obscene.
by the catcher, because even if the catcher slightly throws it into the base pass, you basically have to let it go
You
to
have
the
to
outfield.
you have to tag them on their thigh,
The
basically.
glove isn't
What?
part of the body.
They're
I know
calling
they,
it part
they
of the body.
consider that, but it's not part of the body. Because see, if you can't get down like the catcher and just kneel down and block the plate, but
No.
that's what you're supposed to do. You catch the ball, you put your glove down there.
Right.
You get
That's the
penalized.
fundamental of the game.
You get penalized because the guy's slow and it's a great throw, and you're sitting waiting for him. Okay, I'll put my glove up on my hip until you get here.
And they called the guy safe because he slid into the glove when the guy had the ball with it in it?
Yeah. I guess they could claim that his forearm was also in front of the bag. So,
Oh, that's horrible.
yeah. I encourage people to look at the video, because if they're going to be calling that all year, it's going to be crazy. That's why you need Victor Scott, steal bases.
I'm fine with them saying you can't wipe out the second baseman and shortstops anymore. There's a lot of injuries that really didn't need to happen. And I'm fine about them not blowing up the catcher at home plate. I mean, has anybody really missed that? I don't think so. But you have to be able to put the glove down for the tag.
Yeah, it was the worst call I've ever seen.
he's safe because the guy had his glove between him and the bag.
Yeah.
He was kind of kneeling too, like I'm watching the video right now, and I mean, it's pretty. Yeah, I guess you could say his foot was kind of blocking the base, but if you watch it in real time, it's just a total normal play. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
But it puts more of an onus on stealing bases, and that's why I think Victor Scott should be a Cardinal.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would love to see
Yeah, I
it,
would
but
love to see it
apparently
as
it's not
well.
going to happen because that's what we want to see.
Like, he's the perfect guy for this style of play, especially baseball. They want stolen bases. I mean, look at that number shot up from previous years.
Well, especially when you got Edmund. Edmund's going to be out for like, what, 3, 4, 5 weeks maybe? I mean, you need an outfielder.
Probably. And Newt Barr's banged up a little bit.
I love how they say every game counts in baseball, but the Cardinals don't seem to do that. They just seem to take the first month and kind of go, oh, we're going to try these old guys. We'll see how it works and maybe call them up.
But some of those losses help out in September. We heard last year. This will help us in September.
I mean, you hope for a strong start, but that schedule does not dictate a strong start.
Yeah. And don't forget they got Gibson to help people deal with failure. My favorite quote of the spring.
Hey, Tim, can you post a Gallup poll on the fan page? If a gin is required for the Fan Page Club Championship, should every player be required to provide one? Yes or no? Thanks. That's from Harrison's brother Master. This guy is on a crusade.
Well,
He's like
let it
William
go.
Garrison with the JFK trial.
I will not play if it's an issue. I'm fine with that. I love the event, but it's not like life or death.
Well,
for me.
Masturbator, you can do it yourself. Put your own poll up there. What do you think it's going to be on the fan page? I mean,
The thing with these guys
95% he
is
shouldn't play.
we give them a platform, and they think they're on the highest pedestal possible, to where they would rather have this event be quote unquote sanctioned with no show hosts involved, even though it's the show and the station putting it on. They'd much rather have us be out because they want some dumb number. I'll play as a 5. I could care less, dude. Like, I could care less. I just want to play.
Couldn't care less.
Are we playing that game right now?
I just wanted to do it because
I
everybody
like
does
it.
it. to
I
me, so
like it. It was worth it. Because
Play the
you
game
are
of
correct.
getting your yard looking good for the spring and summer with Green Envy, Jack. That's right, Green Envy. They're open Monday through Friday from 9 to 1, and Monday through Friday, 12 hours, and Saturday from 9 to 1, excuse me. So you can call and have them come on by and get your lawn ready. 636-757-1600. They've taken care of my lawn and Doug's lawn now for the last 2 years. Green Envy only uses products that are formulated for our Missouri and Illinois soil, the weather conditions here in the area, and turf types. No national, generic, cheap, ineffective products. Green Envy deploys a special crabgrass preventer. It's a trade secret, and that's why I'm not naming it, to keep this weed from taking over your lawn. Their service professionals are commercially licensed applicators as certified by the Missouri Department of Agriculture, and this ensures you have a trained professional on your property, no part-timers or high school kids applying God knows what on their lawns. All employees are screened and background checks performed annually. It's Green Envy, 636-757-1600. Green Envy, been in business in St. Louis for over a decade. And think about that. The morning after at InsideSTL.com is where you can send your emails for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today, as we are in our Schaefer Door Company 9 o'clock hour. Text in to the Jeff Lotman Compass Realty text inbox and call in the Collier and Thompson phone line 636-9004-TMA. And while you're there,
think about it.
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to say. Jackson, I didn't click on this link because I wanted to find out about it with the audience. Doug, the title of Jackson's link is The Hedonistic Sexual Desire Millions of Women Are Too Afraid to Explore.
Oh, no. Made-up article.
I'm hoping it's girl.
It won't be.
All right, I'm clicking. It's metro.co.uk, so it's accurate.
Might as well be the Wall Street Journal.
Tribbing or scissoring.
God, wouldn't that just be the greatest thing ever?
It won't be.
When it comes to shacks, there are often secret kinks or fantasies we'd love to explore but are yet to try. This is the case for almost all women, with 90% of us harboring a hidden sexual desire.
Okay.
Sex positive dating app Pure. You on Pure?
I'm not. No. I recently got off it.
Asked 3,000 women about the fantasy they wished they could explore, and the answers certainly were not vanilla. The top desire ladies were interested in was an orgy. Doug, you surprised to hear that?
Yeah, kind of. Mm-hmm.
About 35% of women said orgies, foursomes, and threesomes were something they wished they could get involved in.
Now you're clapping for a made-up article.
Whoa. That's a serious charge.
A threesome really isn't an orgy, though.
Anything more than 2 would be an orgy?
No, I think an orgy got to have at least 8.
Now, how do we know that? You're making up your own definition.
So 6 people having sex with each other is not an orgy?
I don't think so.
What would that be?
Fun.
Wednesday?
I've never had 2 girls, more or less 6.
Sexologist Gigi Engel.
Gigi?
Wants to be Gigi Engel in the... Doug, she writes, as you know, for sextoys.co.uk, tells Metro about the intricacies of orgies and why women may want to partake. Quote, an orgy is group sex where everyone is having sex with each other in the same room, whether that's in 3s and 4s or a bunch of couples. It's different to a term that I don't know if I can say on public airwaves, so I won't.
No, don't say it then.
But it rhymes. There was a wrestler in the 1980s. He was the one-man gang. You remember him, the one-man gang?
I can't say that I do.
And then there's a guy on the TMA fan page who's part of the Bang Bang 49ers gang.
Yeah. I saw that he was like on the SLU bandwagon, had like decked out in SLU gear, hanging out with like the Billiken mascot.
Oh, yeah. So that is no different than an orgy, I don't think, is it?
Where one person is receiving and everyone else is penetrating or giving. Orgies are one of the oldest sex acts in the book, with Gigi commenting they've been around basically since the dawn of humanity. Is that right?
I think so.
Really?
I like Gigi's business card. It would be in-house sexologist for sextoys.co.uk.
Oh, heaven's sakes. Proud parents there.
Pension already has that.
That's Ken Play. She adds the most popular orgies from history are probably Bacchanalia, which is a feast to celebrate the god of wine, Dionysus in Greece, and the spring harvest in ancient Rome and Greece. But what makes group sex so appealing to women? Quote, you can explore voyeurism and exhibitionism, which are huge kinks because you can watch and be watched by others in an orgy situation, explains Gigi.
I'm really tired of Gigi. Why is she even chirping?
Gigi Engel.
Okay.
She says it's important that people share their STI statuses beforehand.
STI? Sexually transmitted, what's the I stand for?
It used to be STDs, but now it's, I think that was offensive, so it's infections.
Oh, gosh.
I think they're 2 different things. I could be wrong.
Ooh, let me type that in.
Yeah, I would think just one bad apple could spoil the batch.
Different.
I think Caligula started the whole orgy thing.
Oh, you don't know that.
Of course, that was. When did she say it started? Because Caligula was.
Dawn of humanity.
Yeah.
Caligula came out in 69 BC.
No, Caligula was more like in the 30 AD, I think.
STD stands for sexually transmitted disease. STI stands for sexually transmitted infection. But no matter which term people use, they're talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. I don't know why they changed it.
All right. Seems pretty risky. If you don't
Why
know.
are STDs called STIs now? Abstract. Background. There was a shift from using the term sexually transmitted disease to sexually transmitted infection, primarily based on conjecture that STI is less stigmatizing to people.
Oh, yeah. We don't want
That's
to
from
offend anybody.
NIH.gov.
Certainly don't want to offend anybody with an STD.
Because a lot of diseases aren't curable, and an infection usually is. If you get an STD, they think, oh, you're doomed.
Morning, TMA team. That's us, Doug.
Mm-hmm. We're a team.
Speaking of STDs, just a little life update on some private Facebook comments and posts from my inner circle. Shay Fenderbender and Jackie Bumperpool went to the Hazelwood Blimpies for their 8-year anniversary. They got a sweet photo with a guy making balloon animals. My niece's husband, a.k.a. my niece-in-law, is looking for power washer companies in the Panhandle. Best, Gus Grundlehort. Tilly wants to apply for a job, but she's on a date with one of your producers at a fancy restaurant right now. Then they're going golfing. They said I could join if I want. That's from Gus Grundlehort.
Okay, Gus. All right.
Happy birthday to Shay Bitt, too. Shay's birthday today.
This is the big one, huh?
Yeah. And it's Rebecca Thompson's birthday, too. Loyal listener. Happy birthday to you both.
Okay. Yeah, happy birthday to you.
Here comes the Spartacus Merkin story. That's from Zach's wife, Gummy.
No. Well, they had orgies back then, too. But
How common do you think they are now? Not very, right?
Not very. I think they're swinging, but I bet Mr. Smith, if he would call in and say he's been with other couples, he wouldn't consider it an orgy.
No. Orgy seems like something that might happen when everybody's drunk at a college party or something. Everybody's just completely hammered. It would take that, wouldn't it?
Think there are a lot of orgies in college? I wouldn't think so. I feel like
if
it's something that happens later. I don't know. I could be off the mark.
Oh, a guy can't perform like that.
Yeah, I think orgies are
not in college, dude. That's
mostly
2
older
seconds.
people, older.
You think like
swingers.
people like?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
What's wrong?
He's mad that the door's cracked open. Okay.
No, it's my fault. But there are a bunch of people in the break room talking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean old, but I mean swingers in their 30s and 40s usually will dabble more with like just a room full of people, and most of them you don't even know, just arms and legs everywhere.
And you never did that for all the success you had with the ladies.
Never have.
Never had to, probably.
I've never been with two. I've been in bed with 2 women, but nothing happened.
Yeah.
Those were those.
Didn't think that. I thought something
From
had
Bermuda?
happened.
Was that in Bermuda?
Yeah, I let them stay in my room. They ran out of money. I said, "You can stay with me." They're from St. Louis. They're naked too, and I said, "Why'd you take your clothes off? Nothing's going to happen. We sleep nude." Oh, God Almighty.
And did you sleep in the middle of them?
Yeah. Nothing happened. I leaned over to one, started making out. She goes, "I'm not interested." And the other one said, "Not me, me neither." I said, "What the hell are you doing here?"
Well, they were looking for a free place to stay.
Well, they got it.
You were pretty upset, weren't you?
A little bit. I mean, I had a boner. What am I going to do with this now?
Oh.
Flip that off.
Gosh.
Kill a spider.
Yeah, her too. Well, at least she took care of it.
Gosh, how do we get on these topics?
Orgies.
Yeah.
Pure.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess swingers would be able to want to be defined, not Gigi. Just because she sells sex toys, she doesn't know what an orgy
Well, maybe
is.
she's a swinger herself.
Gigi Angle.
Well, let's
It's
get
a good
her on.
question, though.
Let's get her on the show.
Like, if you're a sexologist, could you have, like, a vanilla sex life?
May I join you?
There's Gigi
yeah,
now. That could be
maybe.
an orgy, yeah. Depending how many people in that room she wanted to join.
That's kind of like being a home decorator and your house looks like crap, though. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see that.
You'd have to be a part of it to really have any kind of inside knowledge, wouldn't you?
I used to have a dentist with braces. I always found that to be a little
That is
confusing.
odd, but
Yeah,
at least he's
right?
caring for his teeth, right? Not
Right.
everybody born naturally gifted with teeth.
Sure. But I feel like it's the same thing.
It may be easier to stretch one salary in St. Louis compared to other major U.S. cities, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily cheap. Smart Asset, a consumer-focused financial information and advice website, published a study earlier this week in order to determine the salary needed to live comfortably in many major U.S. cities this year. According to Smart Asset, a single person needs to make an hourly wage of $42.96 or an annual pre-tax salary of $89,357 to truly live comfortably in St. Louis. The study took cost of living data in mind for nearly 100 major U.S. cities, considered the 50-30-20 budget concept, which suggests 50% of the salary should be used for needs like housing, groceries, and transportation, 30% towards want like entertainment and hobbies, and 20% goes toward paying off debt, saving, or investing. According to the study, nationally, the average individual needs $96,500 for sustainable comfort in major U.S. cities. St. Louis falls below that national average, but ranks 36th out of 100 U.S. cities in optimal salaries. Doug, there you go.
Well, you would have
That seems
to.
about right.
But don't you think you'd have to, what people consider living comfortably? You know, some people would think, I mean, I would say, if I got a small, well, with my Social Security, I think I live comfortably. I'm not even making close to that number. I can live comfortably because I don't really have a lot I do. Now, if there's people who like to go on vacations and go out to dinner and all of that, you know, well, I need this to live comfortably. But that's just in each individual what they consider comfortably.
Well, I would assume that figure would go up if you had a number of children, too.
That's correct, Doug. As a matter of fact, the article says that 2 working adults working to support 2 children on individual salaries need to make a combined $231,000 per year and their children to live comfortably.
In St. Louis?
In St. Louis.
230?
It's impossible right now to keep your head above water. Not everybody.
I think you could live very comfortably in St. Louis for 230.
Oh, Doug, you don't need that. I know that you don't need that at all, combined income. I think 150 combined income can get you somewhere with 1 or 2 kids. Yeah. After that, I don't know. That would be tough. That'd be stretching it.
Hell, I said I'd retire if somebody gave me $8,000.
Yeah. How are you going to make that stretch?
And it's not just on one particular, I thought the millennials or Gen Z feeling the effects. We'll feel it for longer, certainly if they stayed the same, but everybody, every age group, every demographic, everybody's feeling it, in some way or another. So we're all in the same boat, it feels like.
And it's not necessarily a new thing. If you go back to the 30s, 40s, 50s, these people we talked to at Sound Story, every one of them says, well, we had nothing when I grew up.
And they didn't know.
Didn't have any money at all. They all say that.
Mm-hmm. When did Keeping Up with the Joneses happen? Because all the Sound Stories, it feels like, there wasn't excessive bullying, school was fine, they were poor.
People were
Some
nicer.
of them had outhouses and just, I think maybe people were more understanding about other people's situation. Now it's like, oh, you don't have this? Are you driving an 04 CRV? Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
I just wondering what,
I don't know what
time period that happened.
Well, a lot of those people are also living way over their means.
With who? Now?
The people that say we got to keep up with the Joneses, so they got a new car, we got to get a new car.
Oh, that's
you probably can't afford one, but because you want to do that, you're living above your means.
Oh, yeah, that's the definition of it, is like you're ruining your financial status for trying to keep up with your neighbors, friends, family, whatever.
I suppose that's always been a thing, though, trying to keep up with the next guy.
Maybe.
We got a name for it now, keeping up with the Joneses, but I imagine all through history people have wanted what the other guy has.
There's also a lot more things you have to pay for that you didn't in the 50s. You need internet. You have to have internet.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a cell phone with a cell phone plan. Like, it just, these things aren't, these are necessities. These aren't, wants. These are absolute needs now. And you add those up.
But 230...
For
a family of 4, I think you'd live very well in St. Louis on 230.
I would like to see somebody who can't. I'd like to see the spending on that.
Yeah, unless you want a big house in Ladue or Town and Country, and then you might struggle.
Yeah,
but there are a whole lot of places. Most places in St. Louis, you could live very, very comfortably.
You go to St. Charles County, 230, pick what you want.
Yeah.
There's no offense on that. It's just like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to see houses that are, $600,000-$700,000 out there.
You think about it, though, and I think about it all the time, that, we had 7 kids, and we weren't well-to-do, but we always had food on the table, everybody had clothes, we went to school. My dad was a bartender, and he was a bookie. My mom didn't work, and we made it work.
Could get by back then.
We made it work.
Yeah. One parent working, didn't even have to be a big fancy job, and people still were able to get by, have a house, own a house, and car and everything.
2 kids, 5 and 1, and we are probably 190-ish, and it's more than enough. No huge house, modest cars, money isn't a concern. It's from Larry Thornton, Doug.
All right, nice going, Larry.
Well, congratulations on the wealth.
Yeah. And apparently Mr. Sider thinks I'm a moron. But I don't know what I said.
Hold on a second, you got to cite the text.
Oh, Mr. Sider, Darren, you're a moron. I thought, right? Like, I thought I did that well enough, right?
In that case, it was accurate.
We didn't know what he said, but now we do.
That was it. I don't know what I said that was off. I think I'm just stating fact and tough for everybody. Like, I didn't have a take that's saying, oh, the millennials have it harder, or, millennials and Gen Zs screw baby boomers. I said everybody's having it tough.
Yeah.
I really do think that it's going to be tough for, I suppose, probably right in the sweet spot of Jackson at 26 and the Plowhawk at 35 to enter into the housing market. And I could be off. More difficult than it was probably for me and you, Doug, I guess would be the way that I would say it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because as strange as it might sound, I actually think house prices are actually only going to go up, which may be counterintuitive to what people may think, but as soon as the Fed drops the rates, and then you see mortgage rates go down, there is going to be a rush, and it might time out with the summer, and I think you're going to see the market go up, as weird as that might sound, because the demand is going to go up even if the supply goes up. So it's super difficult. Plus, you are looking at, even if they drop, the rates will still be in the 6s, I would imagine. I don't know if they'll get to the 5s. I don't think so.
But even for non-first-time home buyers, now for me, I'd love to have a house that has rates in the 2s or 3s. But what about you're expanding your family? You have a house that has about a 2.6 interest rate, and you need to get more home. And now you're looking to probably double your mortgage at least. Do you leave? Do you add on to that house? Because like 2.6, you're never going to see them in the 3s again. You may not see them in the 4s ever.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah. Well, economically, it's more difficult. But in terms of socially, it's probably easier to live now than it has been for a long time. I mean, the current generations didn't live through World War I or the Great Depression or World War II or get drafted to go to the jungles of Vietnam or serve in Korea. Since the 70s,
100%
nobody, against their will, ever had to go be in the Army and put their life at risk there. The economy overall for the country has been very strong for a long, long time. So we're probably living in the cushiest time in American history.
I know your dad, flew planes in World War II? Is that
He was
correct?
with Navigator.
Navigator?
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, he didn't have to experience when Instagram and Facebook went out last week.
No, he wouldn't have had just a whole lot of patience for that.
How would he handle a dog avatar messaging him on Twitter saying you're an ass? Like, how did he handle that?
I work with Mr. Licks in the Lee May Mines. We both live off his wife's trust fund, an online fat loss e-commerce store. My wife's sister refuses to have rootin' tootin' 30 ways with gentlemen who honor single occupancy only policies and takes first dates at the picnic table at a childhood fort playground. Best Gus Grundlehort Tilly's wife is a real battle axe. Doug, that's Gus Grundlehort.
Real battle axe. That's a good term.
I haven't heard that term since the Three Stooges.
Battle axe.
I called you a moron because you said $300K was the most expensive house in St. Charles County. That's Mr. Simon.
I said they all weren't $600,000 or $700,000 houses. Like, you're able to find something within your means. Now, Doug's earlier point, the reason why I said that was you're not looking in Ladue and Huntley. All of those, the median house price is probably 1.2, 900,000, something like that.
Could be, yeah.
It's probably 350 in St. Charles. So I said you're not going to run into...
That'd be high. The median, 350?
I think it
well,
is.
Yeah, maybe not. It's the way prices
My
are.
point
Maybe
was
not.
there's not all entirely $600,000-$700,000 homes out there. You're able to, your money is able to stretch a lot out there.
Mm-hmm.
If I did say there wasn't, I apologize. What I meant was there's more than just there's a lot of variety of house prices there as opposed to your Huntleys, your Ladues.
The one thing I regret
My
the
apologies for miswording it.
Probably the one thing I regret the most in my life is, and granted, I haven't ever had to fix anything, cut my own grass, but 40 plus years, or over 40 years ago, because I moved out of my house when I was like 20. If I would have gotten a house and just 40 years ago, I'd own a house. I'd have equity. Instead of living and paying rent for 40 plus years in apartments.
Imagine the money that you flushed down the toilet over the years.
Stupid.
Yeah.
I love the scooter, Plowsy, and the typical millennial. This is the worst time to live in. Wah. I said everybody. What are you hearing? I said
Okay, here we
every
go.
generation is. I said every generation is dealing with
the
it.
text inbox, Plowhog versus soccer guy.
We're gonna go Vital. We're gonna do a lot of hand gestures.
Okay.
Like, dude, I said every generation from millennials, boomers, Gen Zs, whatever out there, everybody is feeling it. That's what I said. When the hell did I get on my soapbox and start crying like a little baby that we have it the worst? Scooter's an ass. He's a baby boomer ass
I gotta
cat.
tighten
man.
the mittens.
You bought your home for $13,000. You hate your life. Go to just end
More
it
Scoots?
already, man.
End his life?
No, just end the texting, dude. Like I said, everybody dealing with it. I did not specify millennials at all. We're all dealing with crap.
Yeah. Whew, boy.
Come at me, dude. I will.
Yeah, okay. Come on, you're not a moron. We've established that.
That was Mr. Cider as Jackson's opponent.
I like Siders. He's
Siders is very concerned about Jackson's distance on a 7-iron.
You guys are playing the wrong people.
Oh, I don't know. I don't
Trade with Plowsy.
Siders. I think Siders in real life is probably a pretty chill dude. Just by seeing
I don't know. He
text.
seems banty.
Who's the pissed off lesbian? That's from Mr. Siders.
See, that's again a great one because that's a callback to the Ballpark Village.
I sure do love a Banty Plowhawk. That's from Gary Pinkle's cell phone etiquette. Cottleville average. Oh, Cottleville versus Webster Groves.
Okay.
Here we go.
Nice.
Cottleville average home price $423K.
Really?
Brentwood $247K. That's from Shooter McGavin. Now it's Cottleville and Brentwood going to war.
Cottleville went that much?
It's a nice area.
I'd love to live in
God,
Brentwood.
that's booming.
Nice area.
There's probably some homes in Brentwood that go for probably 750, 800,000.
Oh, yeah, definitely, without question.
Today on Renters Roundtable, if I would have bought a house, I would have owned a house. Them boys kind of peacocking around after sharing that knowledge. Doug, that's from 2023 Fan Page Club champion Dogtown Ty.
It would kind of be the season finale of Renters Roundtables when you finally realize that you should have bought.
Or if you would just put a little bit away every month. I mean, the stock market has made millionaires out of millions of people in our generation just by sitting in the stock market.
We didn't know that. Just like Tim said, he wish he would have known about Marcana years ago.
God almighty.
I didn't think about that when I was growing up. I should
It
probably put some
wasn't
money away.
Mark, although Mark specifically, but yeah, just for real. I mean, I could have paid off my condo I was living in my 20s. And I just look back, and I would have too, because we didn't have 2% and 3% rates in the early 2000s. Oh, yeah. I don't know. But now I track everything, and I would have seen it. And if I was making a misstep, I would have seen it and been irritated with myself. Yeah, that's why I really do advocate having a financial advisor. It's so important.
And Tim is successful, so he had a good chance.
You had to get that in there.
That's actually on the captain's log.
I was
at 9:49. Make sure you say Tim is successful.
Might have broken the
sponsored,
goal on that.
sponsored by Soundstar.
No, it's just that, he could have done that because he had some money.
Why are you speaking about me in third person? I'm right here. I appreciate it. It's kind.
Probably a texter.
Oh, what texter was saying anything about me?
No, you just said, here comes Tim's successful. Or were you just kidding?
What? I don't know who said anything.
You said this
about
came in. Here comes Tim successful.
When did that?
You said that.
I know, but Tim said something after that, like he was reading a text. Mr. Something, here comes Tim successful.
I think I said that.
Oh. Anyway, it's because I always had jobs that I wasn't making a ton of money where I could worry about that, like waiting tables and producer and crap radio stations, not making a lot of money.
But here's the thing. I made 22 grand in Little Rock, I mean, it was not like I was making a bunch of money right at the beginning. And when I started at Camo, I wasn't making a bunch of money then. So, but you still, if you have the knowledge, you still, like you were saying, Doug, just to know to set something away and then how it compounds, much less than if you're in a position where you can pay off property. Yeah. But either way, most likely you're building equity. So yeah, I just regret it, and it's something that I will, really try to teach to my sons because it was a miss on my part, and so I regret that. And how important it is. I mean, it's truly important.
Yeah, it is, especially if you think you're going to have a family. I mean, I never really thought I was ever going to have a family.
Oh, I can't wait to have kids. I'm going to be scared to death financially, but that's about the only thing I'm scared of with kids. Is being able to provide. Other than that, I feel like,
just the fact that you're concerned.
I didn't know what a 529 was until like the week after my first son was born. I had no idea.
I need to learn.
It's a fund for education.
Put a little bit of weight.
Right.
That's smart, boy.
But I didn't know about it. And I was 40 when my older son was born. I'm really saying I was truly financially incompetent. Not to say that I'm a wizard now, but holy crap. Let's see. Does the show have a CT scan sponsor? Iggy needs a free hookup. That's from Mr. Big Cream. No one said that. Lulz. This guy's losing it. Worth him. That's from Tervis Parish. Okay, he's lost it. I'll be there Monday. That's from KG
I would like to hear the clip again.
I think Tim said it on the captain's log, like as a joke.
Captain's log.
Yeah,
I thought you were
somebody
reading a
needs to
texter.
say Tim's successful.
So you did say it. It just wasn't a text. It wasn't a texter. I did hear it. I'm not hearing things. I did hear it.
But you said it before I said that.
Yeah, and then you said, here comes the captain's log or something. I thought you were reading a text. Make sure to read Tim successful. I know I heard that.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't put it in
You're going to hear
so
some
is Mercy able to sponsor?
You'll hear some things at the Gatesworth, too, that you can't explain.
Set me up.
They say it's time for dinner.
Give me a sponsorship.
You'll go there?
Yeah, I'll promote the Gatesworth and I'll live there.
Would you move in there right now if you could? You would?
Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I have my own room, just watch TV, just like I do now?
Yeah,
boy.
nothing would change. Like, just outside of occasion.
That's a full life.
90-year-old Millie came in and wanted some action. I'd probably have to say no.
Banging.
And you're still laying down submissive, just like you would 30 years prior. So.
And then meals cooked for me every night. And
This is starting to sound pretty good.
yeah, go out on the grounds and just kind of take a
It's
walk.
expensive. Those retirement homes
Well,
are
I'm not
expensive.
paying for it. I
Why?
said if they want to sponsor and I move
Getting
in,
a
I'm
trade
moving in.
deal. Can you imagine Gabriel doing a trade deal?
Trade deal
for
for
a room?
Hey, let me tell you about the Gatesworth. Had a great night last night. We had a spaghetti dinner, and me and Joanne, who just had her 95th birthday, went to the hot tub, had some fun.
For heaven's
What a great
sakes.
night.
A lot of those retirement homes are very nice, but you send grandma and grandpa in there thinking, well, they might live another 6-8 months. They wind up living another 6 or 8 years, runs through their every penny they made their entire life.
Yep. That's why I'm just going skydiving with no parachute at that
Are you
point.
really?
Just have fun.
We spent most of our money on cherries, berries, and driving to Brooklyn for pillow sheets. Shout out to Brianna Coppage. Let us know if you need anything, kiddo. We're here from you. That's from Gus Grundlehorst.
Okay.
A lot of Grundlehart's having a big day.
If you're injured in a car accident, you need an attorney, you need the best one you can find. If any of my family or friends are ever injured in an accident, I want them to call Doug Biggs and C.D. Longo at Longo Biggs Injury Law. For nearly 10 years, Doug Biggs and C.D. Longo have been recognized as the top 40 under 40 personal injury lawyers by Super Lawyers, the National Academy of Personal Injury Attorneys, and the National Trial Lawyers Association. They are not the churn and burn type of law firm. With Doug and CD, you won't be just another file lost in the shuffle. If you have questions about your case, you'll talk to Doug or CD personally, and they will handle every aspect of your case the entire way. They'll get to know you, and you will get to know them. Doug and CD are local, friendly, professional, and most importantly, excellent personal injury lawyers. They're online at longobiggs.com, LONGOBIGGS.com. They're playing in the J. Randolph Jr. Fan Page Club Championship, and they are looking to do some ball striking. And Doug, only great ball strikers allowed in the Fan Page Club Championship.
If you strike the ball at all, if you just sign up, you're in.
That's actually exactly it.
And you really don't have to sign up to get in if you know me.
Wow.
Florida Flower.
Florida Flower, did he get in?
Got the VIP access. I think he is.
I'm pretty sure he's in.
He's good for the tournament.
I know what's in.
Again, it just popped up.
Oh,
just like you. You
and
said
your
it was
audio,
off,
and your
came
audio is off too. I'm sure.
It is off.
Yeah, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. I think I speak for everybody when I say thank you, Tim. Thank you for making our lives better with your guidance Monday through Friday. For me, the weekends used to be tough until 3 years ago when I became Facebook friends with Brian Henshin. And he has been my weekend mentor ever since. My Sifu has taught me many things. Like, don't wash your obi, your belt in layman's terms. It washes out the wisdom. When I got the clap after a wild night in Sunset Hills, he told me about penicillin. When I chipped my tooth on my khaki boyfriend's penis ring,
no,
he told me about the Oragel pain relief. And he also told me about how life can be cruel, especially when you fall in love with a married man, particularly one that is into rhythmic moaning. So when I got dumped, he was there again with words of wisdom from Kenny Rogers. Don't fall in love with a screamer and a creamer because he'll leave you every time. That's from a girl by the name of Ligma, and her last name is Johnson.
Ligma Johnson. I think is how she says it.
Morning, guys. Checking in from DePaul Hospital. If there's two things people know about me, it's that it's written into my contract that I don't have to get back from break on time unless the break is at least 17 minutes. And then I always schedule my adult circumcision on the opening Friday of March Madness, 11 years running. Tim, I know you're doing a live read for Jeff Lotman, but is that coffee you're drinking?
It wasn't during that.
Or is that a non-existent thing called an energy shake? Fun to think about Iggy filling in as an on-course reporter for NBC Golf. Mike Tirico here. Let's head down to Ken Strode. He's on 17 at Sawgrass. Ken, what do you see? Ken. Okay, Ken's not back from a cigarette break and talking Bluebell ice cream again with Dottie Pepper. Let's order 18 and Smiley Kaufman. Hey, guys, save me a spot in a Fan Page Club Championship. My latest Pepper and Genie residual check just cleared, and there's no chance I'm spending $25 for a gin to make sure I'm not the only player in a 64-man field that doesn't have to follow the rules, but I'll spend upwards of $200 on my yearly cut and color. I'm loyal. Did you know Ty Cobb had wooden teeth? What's that? I'm just confusing that with a Family Guy episode I saw about George Washington. You know what I meant, and you know what I shoot. Christina Kim, Zozo Daddy. Hey, Jackson, did you call my name? No. All right, I'm going to head outside and use some sponsors as an alibi to try and get out in front of my inevitable firing. Break me off a piece of that pretzel real quick. Join my special Friday edition of Cookin' with Ken. I won't be cooking, but I will select one lucky Hubbard employee whose private Facebook post I will read word for word. And we'll be discussing whether it takes 6, 7, or 8 people to have an orgy. That's from I wake up on a daily basis and count this pop, pop, up. I'm already rich. Blueberry pop, pop.
Blueberry pop, pop.
Morning, guys. Just a little life update on some private Facebook comments from my dear friends. Sometimes I like to break down my small perverted circle of social media as if people care or have opinions on it. Anyways, Joan Wandersee's neighbor's birdhouse fell into Joan's yard, and she is currently arguing about it on Facebook with her HOA. Craig Rutledge posted about not being infatuated with Joey Zamboni. Shay Fenderbender and Jackie Bumperpool went to the Hazelwood Blippies.
I didn't say that. Texter saw that.
For their 80-year anniversary, they got a sweet photo with the guy making balloon animals. My niece's husband, a.k.a. my niece-in-law, is looking for power washer companies in the Panhandle. And then I scrolled Marketplace for high schoolers to take a Z1077 rap concert featuring Shaggy and Pitbull. Best Gus Grundlehort. Tilly's on a date with a radio producer at a fancy restaurant. Then they're going golfing. They said I could join if I want Gus Grundlehort.
Oh, nice. Gus Grundlehort.
And finally, a day after declaring Sam Burns was 2 under through 2 holes, when in fact he was even par through 2 holes. Ken today asked how many Kentucky won by, which Doug had to break the unfortunate news that John Calipari and his team of scrappy overachievers actually lost to the heavily favored Oakland powerhouse from the Horizon League. Clearly, Ken was locked in on the game, commenting that he saw it with 3 minutes left when Kentucky was up by a couple, which I'll have to ask for the name what AI bot he was cybering with, who told him that, because in fact Kentucky trailed Oakland for the final 14 minutes and 38 seconds of the game. How are the sports? Are they great? I was talking with Brianna Coppage the other day, giving her career advice and helping her find a job. Never mind that I'm poor because I only work 15 hours a week and refuse to get a second job, but this is an attractive female, less than half my age, who actually takes my calls and humors me as I pitch business ideas like coffee shops and strip clubs and Sullivan. Anyway, I'm gone to great lengths to try and help out Brianna's career, even going as far as to text Lisa Ann several times to see if she could help Brianna before I dropped the ball and got distracted by turtlenecks and my obligations as president of the charitable organization whose meetings that I always forget to attend. Anyway, I told Jeff Smith to hire Brianna as a cart girl, and Jeff asked, who's that? And despite the fact that I'm going to such great lengths to white knight for this girl, I couldn't probably tell Jeff she's the OnlyFans teacher, and instead just told him to Google her, to which presumably just rolled his eyes and forgot about it. Oh well, I'm sure I'll get at least one more phone call out of her when I repitch Brianna's beans.
Oh.
Doug, that's Buck Swope,
Yeah,
and
nice
that's what we
email,
have
Buck.
for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today.
Swope kind of wrapped it up nicely there. I'm going to go for Buck. I thought he kind of wrapped things up nicely there.
No, he didn't.
Well, I thought he kind of wrapped it up nicely there.
I thought it was kind of dumb.
Oh, did you?
I mean, nobody can beat him. I mean, he's ratcheted up his game, and nobody can come close. It's Pop Pop.
I'm going with Blueberry Pop Pop as well. Congratulations,
Lucas.
Blueberry Pop Pop. You've shipped the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. Jackson and I have to ship ourselves down to 101 ESPN. It starts in a matter of seconds. It's Balloon Party for the Plowhawk. For Action Jacks, for Kenneth Iggy Strode, for my brother Kevin, for Douglas Elvin Vaughn. I'm Tim McKernan. This has been